I'm a pro. That's what pros do. I'm a professional. Look it up in the book.
Hello, I'm Soldier Boy. Did you know drugs and drug-related crime have become a nationwide problem? All across America, drugs are destroying people's lives. But you don't have to be a superhero to fight back. Because your superpower is just saying no. So when someone offers you drugs, you tell them Soldier Boy said taking drugs is not cool. And anyone who does is a loser. Remember, real heroes don't use drugs.
Morphin' time. I wanna fly away on your pterodactyl, and with you by my side, I'll win every battle. After 10,000 years, finally I'm free. Pink Ranger, dear Kimberly. Oh!
All you need's a pair of fun bags, and you'll never be a fag hag.
They're flappy and slappy. They make me very happy. They make me want to bust out into song.
All you need's a pair of fun bags, a pair of knockers to make Dutch gag.
I'm scouting the mountains for lactose fountains, memories to make Russ Meyer cry.
The sight of your breasts makes me quake. I don't even care that they're fake.
My heart and soul are yearning to feel. I know if I can touch them, they're real. Woohoo!
All you need's a pair of fun bags, a pair of tatas that will not sag.
We call them whoppers, poppers, big gobstoppers, Godzillas that will crush you in your sleep.
All you need's a pair of fun bags, a leather teddy and a ball gag.
Bazumas, palookas, guns like bazookas, PS puppies pushing in your puss. How's that for alliteration?
All you need's a pair of fun bags. All you need's a pair of fun bags. All you need's a pair of fun bags.
Welcome to another episode of the Stay Lifted Movie Club. I'm joined by Drew and Zazzy. We've got a full team back at the table. How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey, great. Good to be back.
Doing good, doing good.
All right, boys. Well, we should start this off the right way. You haven't been here in a while, so let's get you a dub.
Okay.
Yeah, I faked you out there, right? You thought we were going to start off light. Thought you were going to get a bongo time.
Hey, Corn Nips. Hey, Echo. Nice to see you.
Echo,
Guys.
Corn Nips. Thanks, Streamlabs, also.
Hello.
While I set this up.
Yes, Corn Nips. I'm back. I might go out again, but I'm here for the stream. And I will be here next week, too.
Yes.
But,
Monday we'll be doing our... I can't wait for Monday because... Have you watched it yet? Crimes of the Future? Have you? We're not talking about it. I just want to know yes or no.
half.
Okay.
I turned it off. I was
Okay,
like,
no, you have to finish it. And I really need you to call me the second you finish it. Okay? I need audible conversation the second you
Okay,
finish
it
that.
felt really cheesy and
It feels...
bad.
there's a whole bunch about it that I want to talk about. I got to rewatch it. We're going to talk about it after you've seen it. But Zazzy's back. Snazza is done with him for the moment.
Yes, I'll take a 7 days to die question. Tap time.
You do not hear a dog walking across my ceiling.
That was a huge...
Small dab.
It's still going.
They usually are. Well, it's not hot, right? It's a low dab, so that's why it's still going.
It's not done. It's not done. It's still there.
Oh my god, we started you up right.
It's still there.
I'm alive. Barely.
Jeez. I'm gonna have to start taking over.
I've been gone for weeks. I haven't been smoking dabs.
Well, I mean, welcome. Now we just need a quick second to take care of something else. Just in case, I got to keep talking about this over and over again. I'm going to be bringing it all night. Saturday, we have Not That I Care live on air with us. They're coming in to interview and play a handful of songs, so please come check them out. Hope you're around Saturday to watch us. And yeah, it's going to be a really good show. I'm going to get to interview them. It'll be fun. These chicks are awesome. Really,
cool.
really talented.
That's a cool picture there.
Yeah, I think they're one of the best grunge rock bands out there right now.
But yeah. So
I'm still dying. My God. That dab. Anyway.
but yes.
Whew. Okay, we're back. And Barry's invisible for a moment. No, he's not. We're professionals here.
I love how you turned it back off. I'm like, I'm adjusting lights and stuff where I don't want them to see it all of a sudden turn on. You're like, they can watch that turn on. All right, we're back. We got some drugs in us, which is important.
Corn Nips, the
And-
server pauses. Sorry, you had a question.
What time? It seems like we are going live at 8. There'll probably be about a half hour of, little videos and other stuff, and probably show clips from well, I guess we did our first episode of that in 2020.
Yeah.
Did our first episode of Live at Lifted back then. We're got multiple bands booked right now for it, including 30 Going on 13, Tangents, and Not That I Care being our first band. I know you never know when you're playing anything.
I'm like, wait, I'm playing?
Yeah, but it's essentially a Saturday night practice for you. You're just, instead of streaming on your channel, going to be streaming from ours.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, I got arranged while you were working for Snazza. We couldn't get a hold of you.
Oh, yeah, Snazza.
Snazza indeed. But the topic of the night. This show is fucking insane.
Yes.
I mean, listen, okay, we talked about The Boys. We talked about all these different shows that were just so good this year. But The Westworld continuously writes these deeper and deeper and deeper storylines. Like, what the fuck kind of meta K-hole are we stuck in right now? Like, episode 3 is bonkers, but episode 4, oh my god. So let's talk about where we left off in episode 2. Does everybody, you watched the most recently? Where was everyone at the end of episode 2? Okay, they gotta ask you to recap it.
Man, I can't pull episodes apart once I've seen them. It's just one continuous story.
So we end episode 2 with Caleb stuck in the cage with his daughter. Dolores has kind of been a no-show, or what's her name right now? Christina? Christina's been a bit of a no-show. That's our Dolores, whether she's in her own simulation or what. I don't know. Well, I do, but not before episode 4 ends, so I don't know. Where else is everybody else? Maeve? Where is she at the other? Oh, they're running through
Corn Nip. Shit, this is going to be spoilers. Like, we're talking about 3 and 4 then, if you haven't caught up.
Oh, you put Ryan up in the chat. I feel like Ryan only gets so many days at the top of chat until he shows up in person again to reset. Like, we have to have a Ryan counter. No?
Hey, Schmoopy.
Hey.
Welcome, Schmoopy. Sweaty AF.
Matching bong.
Can you use a matching bong? What do you mean? Like, all of us have the same bong? I have matching bongs.
There actually is 2 with that.
You and Ryan's bongs match in series, but they're different. But I have 2 of these.
And I don't own a bong. Nor do I hit them.
He's going to be hitting this later.
Yet. Maybe. We'll see. That's wild.
Can you use a match to light a bong?
Oh, no. Okay. Listen, anything will light. However, matches use sulfur oxide and I can't remember the other chemical. And anything that burns creates smoke. So when you're like, you want to use wick because it's cleaner than a lighter, meaning you most likely aren't going to want to use matches.
So you could, but you shouldn't.
Yeah. So yeah, 100% you can. Just like you can use just like the way they used to use matches to light pipes. I've lit a bunch of bongs. But knowing that you like to use wick so that it's cleaner than, even a torch with blue flame, which is extremely clean, yeah, you probably wouldn't like it much.
Corn Nips, we were in a store with Schmoopy the other day, and I saw them give him a lighter for
Yeah,
free.
our sponsor gave him like 4 lighters. He has like 800 feet of wick. I mean, I've lit a bong off of a barbecue lighter. I've lit a bong off an oxyacetylene torch. What else have I lit a bong on? I've lit a joint off a tailpipe.
Tailpipe?
Something that was...
Lighter's better.
Throwing fire.
Fuel's way cleaner. You don't have wood, cardboard, propellants, and is it? I forget the 2 chemicals that make the striking part.
When I first started smoking, I used actual lined paper to roll joints and would smoke that.
I've smoked from Bible paper, but that's okay because it's written on onion paper. They're usually, like, real good Bibles are printed on onion paper, so it's actually okay to smoke. Don't give me that look if your problem is religious, because I have no problem with burning the religious text. You know what religious texts I won't burn? Oh, wait, put the camera down. I remembered why I wanted it.
If you're going to hell, that's your problem. That's fine.
That's messed up.
Listen, man, if your imaginary friend doesn't let you burn his book, that's his problem, not mine.
Wow.
I've been saying this online a lot.
You just made baby Jesus cry.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
You made baby Jesus cry.
Man.
I've got to I got to show you a series on Facebook later that goes along those lines.
Would you say that Preacher portrayed...
Smoking the devil's lettuce out of the Lord's word. Yes, sir.
Would you say Preacher had the most accurate portrayal of Jesus? Or the Messiah? I think he agrees.
Yes. Absolutely. And honestly, the most honest portrayal of God.
Yeah. I mean, if you have not seen Preacher, it's a great show.
Wow.
Made by the guy that did The Boys.
Wow.
The comic books that they're both based on are written by the same person. They have some showrunner crossover, and forever I thought the actors were the same person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Kyle.
I laughed so hard that my
Carl
eyes
and
sweat.
Keith?
Like that Jesus comment got me, especially the copies. Yeah, the copies are even better portrayal of Christ.
For those who haven't seen, he's portrayed as severely mentally handicapped.
Not the first. But that's isn't it a copy? Don't they have to like clone him at one point? Because they make like hundreds
They've
of copies.
gotten the descendants genes, and yes, they keep making copies, and they're trying to find the right one.
Yeah. And they just keep getting worse and worse until they just get let loose on the world.
Like a corporation is trying to create a clone. A religious corporation is trying to create a viable clone of Jesus Christ's descendants.
Yes.
This show's so awesome.
I think everybody should watch Preacher.
Yes, absolutely.
Crap, what's his name? The secondary character is my favorite character. One of my favorite characters
Cassidy.
in TV. Cassidy's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
I like the archetype. Crazy drug addict will do anything for his friend. It sounds kind of familiar.
Forgot vampire.
Well, I'm not a vampire, though, so I couldn't use that connection. You watch Preacher, right?
Yes.
One of the best shows ever.
I finished it before you did.
I finished it before he did.
No,
And he told me about it.
that works.
I was just a season behind. I've been watching it live since it aired.
But we're not talking about Preacher
They
tonight.
canceled Batgirl.
Oh, you're right. Oh, shit. That's right. I can't turn it off.
They canceled Batgirl.
Yeah, okay, so I don't even think... Did you know that there was going to be a Batgirl movie? Michael Keaton was going to be, like, the grizzled old Batman, like teaching her and stuff.
Yeah.
So they made this movie, though, right?
No, it's almost done. It was basically...
Well, no,
it's basically finished.
it's done. So is the Green Lantern movie. Both are in the can, and both are canceled.
Wait, what else was canceled?
Green Lantern had a movie in the fucking can that we didn't know about. Like, it's already cast, it's already started filming, and we apparently did not know anything about it, and now it is
Scotty.
canceled.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Oh, right, because you can do 2,000 each time.
And he redeemed a Badoo.
What's that?
You already forgot.
Absolutely. What does it say on the Badoo? I forget.
I just Badooed myself.
I don't remember what the
Oh my god.
I made this joke. I remember doing
You
it. I
wanted
don't
to
remember.
add a hydrate command.
Oh, right, Badoo. Oh my god, I forgot what the meaning was. Oh yeah, we got a drink. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do you want a bottle of water?
Stoner.
They're in the store closet. That'll line up and edit, right? So, make Zach drink his brown death. Man, we really are going to hit that total pretty quick.
That's what I was saying. I was trying to go even higher.
He wanted to do 420,000 points. So I'm like, you only set it for 30 days. Like, there aren't that many tournament points available.
But look at how fast it's racking up.
I mean, we might hit 70 instead of 69. I just don't
But
think
all
we'll
it
go
takes
that
is
big.
a couple new viewers doing it, and
That's true.
it'll push us over.
I agree. Wow, you know what I do notice though, when Zach is back, we don't talk about our topics at all. So am I missing anything? Yeah, I got that
Back to
screen up.
Preacher.
So back to Westworld. Oh, that doesn't.
That one being canceled.
So, where is everybody else now? Who else are we missing? Bernard? Where's Bernard at the end of episode 2? Is he still asleep, or did he wakes up in episode 2 or beginning of episode 3?
Can I point out how confusing it is to talk about these characters, though? Because sometimes they're different people just inhabiting an android body.
Okay, not after season 3, though. That kind of stopped.
No, but we still
Dolores
have...
split herself up, and
she has
now
different- she
there's
has different
the
personalities.
remaining 2 are entirely different characters.
Right, but it's still a girl who looks like a human being who is a completely different person. In the
Christina?
Yeah, the one who was like head of security on the.
Oh,
Tessa,
Hale.
you mean Tessa.
Christian, yeah, Tessa Hale. Or Tessa Thompson.
I don't know any of their names.
Maria Hale? No.
The girl with
Hale's the evil company leader now.
the girl who's always with Jesse but not Maeve. Who's the other one? And not Queen Maeve.
Yeah, Tessa.
Okay, Tessa. I never hear her name on the show and remember it.
Like, you're talking the girl from Thor.
Oh my God, she's Valkyrie. Yes. She's
Tessa
not wearing
Thompson.
the armor. I didn't.
Yeah,
I
Tessa
didn't put
Thompson.
it together.
I did not. What? It didn't compute. She didn't have any armor on.
Yeah. Oh, and I keep forgetting this girl is Dolores in the city writing the books.
Christina, yeah.
She's got red hair. I'm like, that looks enough not like Dolores. I keep forgetting it's Dolores.
What'd you think about the Dolores alternate in the new
Oh, the discount Dolores
Chicago world?
and discount Teddy.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
So I didn't catch, and I never went back to look at it. In episode 2 or episode 1, where Christina has her little freak out,
Schmoopy.
and I did not see who came in, punched the guy, and left, because they only flash it, right? And then we get to see the full flashback in episode 4. It's like, oh my God, you beat the piss out of that dude. Like you murdered that dude. Wicked. So that was a really cool scene.
Oh, and I knew they were doing stuff out of order again. Like, not same timelines. And I think
Yeah,
Dolores
yeah.
is...
D23 gameplay. D23 is an event that happens in September. Are we talking about something different? Something different.
Isn't that a Star Wars thing? D23?
No, D23 is Disney Convention 2023.
Oh, okay.
So Marvel, Disney, or Marvel, all the Disney stuff, and
thought it was something else.
and Star Wars.
Oh, new Halo.
Oh, Destiny 2, sure. No, we're not gonna. We don't. I guess we. Not everybody's on yet. Like, all you gotta just, man, get chat involved. Corn nips. When are you gonna start playing Destiny 2? I already folded and got 7 days to die though. So is that?
You haven't logged in yet, have you?
No, it's installed and everything. I haven't swapped the memory card or the video card yet. And I'm gonna give a really quick explanation why. I was about to today, and then I realized that I don't have the digital to DVI cable here. I just have DVI to DVI, and the new video card's 1 HDMI and 3 digitals. So I'm like, fuck, I'm screwed there.
That's not good.
DD has all the cheap codes.
Cheap codes? What do you mean?
Really?
For games, she goes to, like, other sites and finds the cheap stuff on sale.
Really?
But because I've noticed her doing it, I've gone looking myself, and yeah, you can find like games like 70% off or more. Somebody's just selling a key on like a third-party site.
Oh, like they played it, now they don't want to, and here's a key? Or
I don't think it's that. It's they got it somehow.
So when you buy the
but
key,
they don't
normally
want
it
it.
comes with a key.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess so they have their copy, but they just have a key, so like they could just be like, oh.
Yeah, I went to Green Man Gaming, Schmoopy. I saw that one.
Sorry.
There was a bunch of them. And like, what if you win a key in a promotion and you don't want it? Then you can go to these sites, sell it, and they'll sell it, and make a profit.
Oh, yeah, or got it in bundles. Yeah, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. And for the streaming computer, we're putting a... Actually, well, I'm picking up a second one when I get back from Florida, but I got a 3060 Ti to replace the R90 that died. R70? R570? R590? One of the two.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't at all. But yeah, killed old memory card, got new memory or video card. Now gonna buy second video card. Your thing is right behind that water.
I just spotted it. Yeah, you can get bundles of like
Hey Zach, what is that?
4. Ashtray. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, and a new.
Oh yeah, and a new smoking piece
I'll,
that he got while going shopping with Schmoopy.
it's true. I'll bring it. Show it
Oh, you can bring up the camera.
All right, let's be pros about this.
Why didn't that go on while we set stuff up? As I was about to do.
Professionals.
Okay, so if that is roughly right there, you should be almost perfectly square underneath it. So this is a
color's not showing up so great. It's a nice purple.
A little overexposed. Well, you can see the purple around there, that area. But this is a turn it up this way so you can see the label. This is a Haas glass. This is some of their new glass that they've recently put out.
There we go.
He uses a screen glass, not my cup of tea, but I know the benefits and why he does it, so it's a good idea. And yeah, it's a really, really nice piece. They're like $50 from our sponsor, but I think we got a deal on that one. And also, we have a new comic book in house that I just have to show because I never thought that.
Yeah.
Why?
Cornips mentioned it earlier.
We've had absolutely no Buffy, although Buffy got brought up and I ignored it.
See, so that's.
I ignored it still.
Well, I
He was
did
still
not.
there though.
I never ignore chat, but in that case, so this is one of our new comics here. That's not nicely set up at all. There we go. As it just slowly moves back. But okay, I got a whole bunch of '90s comics that Zach and I just went through at my place at my office the other day, and he's like, "Got it." It was like that episode. Oh, you've never seen it. It was like the episode of Big Bang Theory where they go from each end of the box and then meet in the middle, and Sheldon and they're like, "Oh no, I need this one." So next, if you guys read any comics in the '90s, we have
Hey, Beef Nips.
Beef.
Thanks for coming.
Beef.
Coming by, man.
Yeah.
Bongo Time for Beef
picked
Nips.
up a X-Men all these are literally from the '90s. These covers are so fantastic.
Got it.
All in well, not mint, but decent condition. And I mean, I bottom bin this stuff and got a great deal. This can actually move that right there.
I want to get the full thing.
Can we ban Zazzy?
Yeah, they have to go that way.
Can we ban Zazzy asking for me?
They don't want to see him sideways.
Why can't we figure this out? We're not smart.
Professionals.
Yeah, so we just got a whole bunch of comics to catch up on. We're probably not going to cover any of these, but if you read any of these in the '90s, your childhood is on screen right now.
I own so many of these.
That one's great.
And now, this is actually my favorite one that I picked up. I picked this one up for, I guess not the least, because those were in a group. But,
you know, I think
the metal covered embossed. That's the Alternate Visions Avengers comic.
I might own this one.
And it's a good one. I really like it. So yeah. Quick changeover while you check out those awesome girls. Are going to be here Saturday, going live. And,
8 o'clock. Eastern.
8 o'clock.
Eastern.
Standard.
Time.
Awesome.
Time.
It's bongo time. Get rid of volume.
We're still barely talking about Westworld.
I know. You guys keep changing the subject. I blame you.
No, we're just talking about how they canceled Batwoman.
Oh, yeah.
You keep bringing that up. I feel like you really want to talk about this. So what's your opinion on this?
First of all, I just found out about it.
Oh,
that's why I'm like, wait,
you're still healing.
First of all, okay, well,
I hope this movie
I didn't
leaks.
watch the show. I watched the show when it got really weird in the beginning, and then I stopped because I was like, okay, this is weird. So I didn't continue watching it. I don't know. I feel like CW messes up shows. Other than Supernatural, which was already solidified, so I feel like that's
that was a CW show.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't watch it.
WBCW.
But they didn't. You could tell when they like kind of messed it up. They had some episodes where like,
No.
some, but they had. But for the overall seasons, they were good. They had a couple episodes where like, CW'd on that one, CW'd on that one. But
I can't think of a time that WB or CW infringed on Supernatural being good. But when you watch interviews with Kripke or with Jensen, he flat out says, like, this is Kripke unfiltered now. This is Kripke not being held back by the network. So I guess there were times that Kripke had ideas for Supernatural that he just couldn't get by the network.
I would, yeah. That makes
Hey,
sense.
listen.
That makes sense.
If you guys have a specific topic on Buffy you'd like to discuss, gladly bring it up in a well-formed essay question, and we'll look it over and think about your request.
So right after Buffy, he did a show called Dollhouse, which kind of matches up with Westworld.
Who?
Joss Whedon.
Dollhouse.
Yeah.
There's
did
no girls who
Dollhouse?
could be programmed. Yeah, that was his show.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, even the dumb cheese whiz
I didn't
dude.
know that.
Even Joss Whedon can pull off a good show every once in a while. And not mess it up with too much bad fucking campy
weird.
comedy.
He hasn't failed yet at any show, as far as I know.
Who?
Want to talk about his movies?
Wait, who?
Joss
Joss
Whedon.
Well, no, he fucked up. He's effed up movies a lot.
Yeah, no, the first Avengers movie isn't fucking vanilla at all, right?
But Dollhouse was girls that could be rented out and programmed to be anything.
Yeah.
And they were skilled at everything. What a cool idea. But
Weren't they
were almost
actually
like androids.
assassins though? Weren't they all
That's
programmed to murder?
usually what they ended up being.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I watched it. I think that was like a weekend watch, and I don't really remember it though.
It got canceled after, I think, 2 seasons, maybe 3.
I think 3.
And then
But I mean,
story wasn't finished.
yeah, I mean, it could. I just it wasn't the best. It wasn't
Oh,
a
and it
bad
was kind of
television.
like Dolores. One of the girls started waking up and realizing she was living this horrible life with all these things, just like Westworld. All these horrible fantasies she got rented out for.
Humans. I have not seen Humans.
That got canceled as well.
Yeah, I used to watch Humans. Humans
Yeah.
was good.
Never watched it.
Humans was
A
decent.
lot of people liked it a lot.
Humans was decent.
Hey, Rusty.
Welcome,
Hey,
Rusty.
Let's
Really
go.
awesome to see your channel last night. Looking forward to Friday.
Finger guns for Rusty.
Finger guns. Man, Rusty was such a good dresser. Like, I didn't even know you could get a hat that matches your shirt. I'm like, God damn, he looks better in the stream than I ever have in my life. That was good stuff.
Are you going to post a link to your essay form question about Buffy? So as you're talking about Dollhouse, and as we got a good segue to finally get back to Westworld, our topic for the evening. Mm-hmm. So now that we've caught up with where everybody was, what do you think about the opening, all the roads and why am I drawing a blank on his name now? Damn it. I had notes. Where the hell are my notes?
All the roads, what?
Or Stokes and Bernard.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of their episode 3 has a heavy amount of them, as well as episode 4.
What were they doing specifically that you're asking about?
In the episode we get to see not the silence. God, why can I not remember the name of it? Like their personal simulation that like every year here's like 1,000 years there.
That's the thing with this show. I can't tell which simulation who's in and who's in which body. Like, it's awesome.
I don't know why
They
you're
do
so
it
confused
clearly.
about bodies. Bodies were one part of season 3, and that ended quickly. She made 5 copies. 4 copies died. 1 copy stayed and took over a company.
Well, it's just... Oh, and then...
So she was Hale.
Yeah.
And then...
Who's the old Asian man that plays an old Asian man in everything? He's like in everything. What's his
Yeah, well, I can't remember. I Nakashuti or something. But yes, he was a Dolores. Mm-hmm. The 2 girls were a Dolores. Hale was a Dolores, and Dolores was Dolores. And then...
And Valkyrie's a Dolores. Right?
That's Hale.
Which is Hale.
Hale. The head of the company is Hale. That's Valkyrie. Mm-hmm. The other 3 die. They take the things back and destroy the pearls back and destroy them.
It's only Hale.
But Hale... Well, technically not even Dolores. We don't know where she is, really.
And then Dolores / Chris... Yeah.
We don't know where, when, or how she is. Like, they've given us a bit of a hint, but, like, where in this storyline is this... But you and I can't talk about that because it happens in episode 5 and 6.
Bongo time for
So,
DD.
definitely Bongo time. Oh, Dido's here. How's it going?
Hey, DD.
Sorry,
I'm back.
Sorry I did not get to talk more and hang out on the stream today.
I lurked in DD's stream.
I came in and out a couple times, and then I got distracted. And then Fernand Ufret was on, and I'm like,
You're really into that.
Dude is hilarious.
He is pretty good.
Like, he did Creed's Higher, and then he did the Chorus of Skeletor again, and I fucking died. My wife looks at me like I'm a moron.
Yes, this guy does Skeletor's voice while singing songs.
And
And he's really good.
Bongo time for DD.
I calls for a tip.
Oh, I think the dab challenge, the final part of that should be is that we all blow out into a small space that Drew's in.
Yes. Hot box Drew.
Secondhand hot box.
Wait, what?
Totally into it until it. Secondhand hot box.
What's that?
When we do so right now they're giving points towards the dab challenge.
Okay.
Community challenge.
Okay.
When when the community challenge hits its, we're holy crap at 24K. I said 3.5 streams. This is going to be less. This is going to be 3 streams to get it, but I said 3.5. I was close. Never mind.
What a terrible idea.
It's already at 26. It just went up 2. Never mind. So when we hit 69,420,
Corn have signed my consent already, so I have no choice.
Yeah. We are corn nips. But I'm going to do a 1 gram dab. Ryan and Zach are each going to do a 0.5 gram dab.
16? Okay, got it.
After we hit this thing. And then what we'll do is we'll exhale our dabs into a more confined space that you're in. Not pee.
I was just
you
thinking.
are in, not you're in. Speaking of which, anybody watch South Park? We're in. Are you in?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love.
That was so good.
I haven't seen it, guys.
If you haven't seen it, they do celebrity commercials. They're in favor of urine as a replacement drink or
Yeah, for water.
for water.
During a drip. So, do you feel caught up on the missing pearls and people in being in different bodies now?
Yeah, but
Who
then
else
you
are
have
you
to
worried
add a
about?
layer though of this season's been so unreliable. Oh, you find out they're in a simulation. Oh, you find out.
Do you not remember season 1?
No, but it's great. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's so
So-
many combinations of
The other thing that's
unreliableness. It's
he doesn't like.
I love it.
I figured it out in episode 4, but it's like the last line of episode 4 tells you why it's all disjointed. Do you not remember?
what's the last line of season 4? I mean, episode
It's
4.
not like I have it queued up or anything. Wait, where the hell's the screen share?
It doesn't have it queued up at all.
Oh, it's because why do you open up yours? I don't care about yours.
Wow.
I did not mean to be in the back of that right now. That is not what I'm looking for at all. This is.
The question you should be asking isn't where, but when. How long have you been here?
Why are you asking me that?
It's part of an interview to establish a baseline.
Baseline? What?
Fidelity.
Faithful, got it.
So do you? So do you understand where?
Oh, I saw that.
But do you understand what that means?
He's in a simulation.
Well,
They're
yes.
doing the same. She said you're the
Yeah.
200 whatever copy of
Yeah.
yourself.
So, but that means that this is we've been watching again a season disjointed by 3 timelines instead of 2.
And I was thinking that with Dolores alone, but I didn't see this one coming with, oh, that's his daughter looking for him. She's just all grown up
Is that
now.
Rick Grimes? No, it's a good show.
Wow.
Comparatively, what's better?
Well,
Fucking shitty Zombieland or this?
not now, but in its heyday,
Yeah.
Westworld. I mean,
3
Westworld,
seasons
like-
was great. Awesome 3 seasons. The show was just bullshit after. Like, they shouldn't have left the farm.
They were at the farm for like 2 seasons too long or something. It was
Yeah.
ridiculously long.
Yeah.
They're a season and a half.
It was way too long.
The prison for like
nobody
3
liked the-
seasons.
Nobody liked the prison either. I don't think.
Ah, it's all
alright.
stupid.
It was okay.
Listen, the show got quickly bad. I'm
No,
sorry.
The governor was good. Negan was good. They got back.
I mean,
Negan was horrible.
You didn't like the Negan stuff?
the governor
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
bad, but when they got back to the prison, it was done for me. It was boring, and I never watched again. Thank you. So yeah, essentially what that means is that we're now watching a show
Did you think
in
Daryl and Carol
3
were
different time zones.
You
And
think
these
they were
different
working?
time zones are now, as in when he.
good? Oh, how cool is it seeing that she's built a sound emitter like skyscraper.
Yeah, I love that.
Like all the humans are under control.
So now 7 and 23. Those are the 3 different timelines we're watching. Although I guess now is subjective, but you know what I mean. It's 7 years later and 23 years later. 3 different things we're watching.
Scotty, me too, kind of. Like, you got to see how it ends.
Apparently, it doesn't.
Right?
And then they're like,
coming to an end.
let's do a prequel that's even more boring than the current show.
No, it's officially coming to an end.
And then there's Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I know. A prequel
that was
that's
alright.
is less exciting than the
And
actual
then
show.
There's
And then
another spin-off.
Something's coming out. And Terry Crews is going to be one of the main stories. It's like 6 stories with like 6 different people, of course. And
Okay.
Westworld. Back to Westworld.
Carl!
Like I
Okay,
said,
Lambs with Hats. Every time you say that, all I think is
I
Lambs
know.
with Hats, and I want to watch it every time. Like, Carl!
Coral!
There's 8 episodes left, but for me, there's like 48 episodes left, and even I don't think I could get through it.
You could.
Nah, I don't think I want to get through it.
I think you want to.
Not at all.
Subliminally.
No, listen, man, if this was a show I'd never seen before, I'd maybe consider giving it a try because you said that, but I have seen it. I know the writing, and I've listened. Like, even you say the next 2 seasons involving Nate Negan aren't as good. So, I mean, I'd have to sit through 2 more bad seasons.
No, he's saying Negan's a horrible person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Negan's a shit.
Oh, I thought you just meant Negan was a horrible character.
At that time.
And that's
Yes.
not his name's not Negan. It's John.
Barry doesn't
John
like
Winchester.
That. Barry hated that scene and thinks it's cheesy
What?
and stupid. Just look at the pretty flowers.
Honestly, DD, I'm not kidding you. That is the last scene of that show I
liked it.
watched.
The
And it's not because it was
I
bad.
liked
It was because
Flowers.
they murdered
Look
a
at the
child and I
flowers.
didn't care.
Look at the
Like,
flowers.
if you're into a show for that long and they murder a
I see
baby
what
and
you're
you don't
saying.
give a shit, I'm like, oh, wow, this show's lost all appeal.
And I'm all about the baby murder.
Obviously, like.
Yeah, so am I, which is why I should have cared. I wasn't even happy. I just thought it was boring.
It wasn't that bad.
I don't care about Carol's story. She got so boring and stupid. I wish she would have sniffed the flowers and the kid would
Her
have
and
killed
Daryl,
her.
man, they're a thing.
Awesome.
Are they?
I hope he has to murder her in the last 2 episodes.
They became a thing.
They're not a thing.
No, they were screwed earlier. I didn't think that continued on.
Yes.
That ended
And
before
they
I
weren't
watched.
even-
No,
they
they
didn't-
get back
They didn't
together.
even do
Okay.
anything physical, man. They're not a thing. It was like a mother.
I gotta put.
Mother and
Got
son
put
type
down
thing.
outside the fire department in Project Zomboid. Core Nips. I bought a cowboy hat in 7 Days to Die, and it's sitting in one of our lockers, waiting for anyone that needs it.
Why?
Because whenever someone got infected in our video games, we had a tradition of they'd get naked, put on the cowboy hat, and the rest of us would kill them. Because they're infected. They're going to die anyway.
That's messed up.
Maybe we should just stick to Destiny. I mean,
I don't know. That sounds. kinda wild.
I feel like
That sounds
maybe
kinda
we
wild.
don't want to play zombie games with these people.
Like somebody would say,
That sounds kind of.
guys, I got to put the cowboy hat on. And we would know to all meet out front. And be like, who wants to do it? And then we'd like, put up a gun or something.
Who wore the hat the most?
To be honest, I think Core Nips put it on the most. I mean, I put it on myself a couple times, but yeah, put loot in the locker so your next character can come and get all your stuff.
Courtney's like me. That's pretty awesome.
And I got a special mod for Core Nips where any hat he wears can look like a cowboy hat.
So wait, doesn't that just prompt you to murder him every time you see him?
No, well, I see that, but
I want to play the game just so I can walk up like, oh, cowboy hat, bang. Oh, cowboy hat, bang.
he's also the corn man.
Wait,
so
is that a cowboy hat?
Bang.
he's the corn man. He might want to wear a cowboy hat just normally, not just for the
Oh,
terrible
so that,
time.
okay, wait.
You just have to
We
wear it
gotta,
when you're being killed.
we gotta,
you just have to
okay, we
wear it
gotta
when you're
set some
being
ground
killed,
rules
that's
with
all.
that. It should be a different color so that we
Oh
know.
yeah, that's true.
So that we know that this is why.
Apparently, white cowboy hat.
Okay.
All right.
See, that works. Okay.
I mean, at least for fun, once in a while, I'd walk up and just shoot him for wearing a cowboy hat. Like, bang. Cowboy hat.
You have to be naked too.
So he's not naked and kill him. What happened?
I thought I saw him taking his shirt off. Bang.
So he's in the middle of changing. Well, shirt was off.
I was just putting on armor. No, I have no idea how this game works. But we are going to play
Honestly,
7
I'm
Days
down.
to Die soon.
I'm down. I haven't played And it looks so much
Zach's
better on PC
going to
too.
stream it next Wednesday, and then we will probably plan a couple off-hour streams just to play it live.
Well, yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
Thank you for that dramatic. Yes, you'll join us.
I'm down.
And anyone else wants to play, it's in our Discord.
So wait, so when we join, we gotta make our way
To you.
to your base.
If you want to join us.
Well, obviously, you want.
But you and I are just going to find each other on the other side, and then we're going to go murder them all.
Yes.
And take their stuff.
Okay, so
That
that's
is
what we should.
But
join
we
them.
should go find all the guns while they're making all their fucking crafts, and
that's the
then we
thing.
just go murder
That's
them.
the thing. Like, they make stuff. We can show thanks.
Rivalries.
Thanks for the
It was
thing.
meant to be guest
friendly.
corn nips, but
And
I'm glad you
then-
got it.
And then kill them all, take all their stuff, change all the locks.
Yeah, Snoopy will start a rebel base with you.
Will you play 7 Days to Die with us? Competitive base. Me, you, and Drew.
Okay.
Schmoopy, Drew, and
Okay.
Barry.
Snoopy's expressed disdain for this game.
I know, but I think that's why he'll work even harder to murder everyone with us. We're bringing cowboy hats and pulling triggers.
Snoopy knows
We
how
will
to,
see who will lead the hordes to the end.
he knows how to play the game. That would be trolling. Don't do that. I don't want that.
That's it.
I already have
On a blood
screenshots.
moon?
I know how to get
On
there.
a blood moon, just run to your base.
I logged out just before Blood Moon on the way here.
Yo, blood moons are horrible, man. Horrible. I like being on the farm and you're like on the beam where they can't
Please
get you.
do. Please send the coordinates.
Yeah.
It's a huge map. There's like tons of cities. You don't even have to be in the same city as us.
Oh, we'll be in the same city.
All right.
Yeah, we will.
It'd be really hard to kill you all if we weren't in the same city.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
I say this like I have a shot. Like I'm the least experienced gamer out of everyone talking
Honestly,
right now.
it's been so long. I haven't played
But
it,
Drew
I
and
forgot.
Schmoopy are really good, so I have a feeling I'm just gonna follow
forgot the
behind you and
controls.
aim at people.
I forgot the controls. So.
Corn Nips, we got Gutter Mofo's basement in our base, and there's a bomb,
Sorry.
a bomb shelter that extends to an underground construction site. All this, we still haven't explored the bottom. It's endless. It's crazy how big our
endless?
base is. It seems like it. Every time we go down, we
So this is what we do.
keep running into zombies.
Blow up the top,
And they're just stuck in there.
and then they can't get up.
Oh, what? That's a great idea.
That's it.
Say that again.
We
blow up the top.
just chase you into it,
And
come
then we'll
out,
blow
blow
the
the
top,
entire
and you
top,
can't
and you
get
can't come out.
Anytime you try to dig up, we'll just boom, kill.
You guys don't even know what you're doing, really.
I know. He's played it. I
Yeah,
have.
okay.
I have no idea.
I know what I'm doing. Well, from what I remember, it's been a while.
Yeah, I'll get into it.
So
However, Destiny's still going to be
throw
the
some
main game I
dynamite
play.
sticks down.
I don't play tons of games at once. Usually, I'm usually one game at a time.
Yeah. What'd you do to us?
None of you played Destiny with us.
Okay, if you can blow up our base, we'll play Destiny.
Is that a challenge?
Whoa.
Is that a challenge?
Schmoopy.
Is that a challenge?
We need Will to download. We need Will on 7 Days to Die too.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna get all Schmoopy's friends to come help us.
Corn Nips, somebody on my PvP server raided my V Rising castle and destroyed it.
Corey is my
Took all
spirit
my
animal.
stuff. I spent like 20 hours on the castle. But that's why you play these games.
For people to take your stuff.
Yeah, I took other people's stuff. It was my turn.
It's my turn. Oh, man.
I mean, isn't the goal to just get more stuff and never give it up?
Yes. It's like all video games nowadays. An endless treadmill where
Rules
you
of
just
the
want
road,
to get to
Bubs.
the bigger
Rules of the road.
treadmill. You just get the bigger treadmill. And what do you do there? Oh, I get to the next treadmill faster. It's endless.
It's true. You're not wrong.
All right. So, back to Westworld. Hot damn.
We're in a simulation.
I know. Actually, it's funny, right? Because all the stuff I messaged you the other day, like proof we're in the simulation, and then it just turns like a 180 in 1 hour of conversation. Like, this is simulation. Stress to the max, and then pull. Anyway, sorry, that's getting a little dark there, but back to Westworld. I remember we were talking about the fact that they're going through multiple different timelines at once.
Yes.
So, how do you feel about her? Okay, wait, no, that's too
Don't-
far.
no,
I know,
no,
right?
don't do it.
I'm looking
Don't
at
do
the
it.
where's the hard end of 4?
Don't you do it.
What's the hard end of 4?
I haven't seen past 4, so I really don't want to spoil
What
it.
happened at the end of 4? You describe where we left at 4, or where we.
4 was just what you just showed with Jesse, who never says bitch at all. I've been very upset. He's been in how many episodes now? He never says bitch. Anyway, he knows he's a copy.
No, he says son of a bitch.
Does he?
I think he says you son of a bitch.
Okay, I gotta go back and
Watch the whole show again. I agree.
yeah,
So Jesse knows he's now.
a copy.
Yeah.
One of hundreds.
I just rewatched episode 3 because I already watched
Caleb,
episode 6.
Caleb.
I missed.
Caleb.
His name's Caleb.
Thank
in
you.
the show.
Caleb.
I'm cool with calling him Jesse too, though.
Yes, of course, but Caleb is his name in this show. I mean, you don't get confused on the. Because Jesse is like, who's Jesse? And it's like, oh,
He's selling all the blue meth.
Yeah.
well, he was, yes, in that show, but in this one,
Bitch.
gotta make that a thing now.
That's another show I
Gotta
gave
make
up
that
on
thing with the
halfway
button,
through.
it's
Oh. I'm surprised it hasn't. Well, maybe he's worked hard to have it not make a comeback. Sure, he doesn't. He's been tired after 15 years of being a bitch guy.
I mean, he's just done some good roles where he's no longer just that kid.
Speaking of which, I saw a video that just happened of Noel Gallagher from Oasis at a restaurant, and the whole restaurant starts singing Wonderwall, and he just looks like he's not that into it.
I mean, sometimes you just want to have dinner, man. Well, we've talked about that before. What part do the fans own of you?
all of it.
All of
It can't be.
Right? Like, are
It
we allowed
depends.
to go out for dinner and Corn Nips walks up to you like, dude, we're out for dinner. Leave us the fuck alone.
No. I think we're allowed to.
No, I agree with you there. But yeah, so like what part do we actually own of this? And are we allowed to ask this much of them? And do they have to respond a certain way?
Here's a thought, and I'm not saying I completely agree with this, but they make so much money and have all this. It's like, well, you've
It's
got
just-
your
it's
gated
ki- yeah,
communities and
yeah,
stuff.
this is
Go
your-
have your gated
this is
restaurants
your-
then, if
Yeah.
that's what you want.
Right? I feel like, yeah, because look at it. Like, if you look at it this way, like, think about it. Without the fans, you wouldn't have.
You wouldn't
those
have
mil- you
any
wouldn't
of
have
this
anything.
amazing life.
And the amazing
All the
life you
money.
have, if you think about it, is because people like your entertainment. So because they like your entertainment, it's kind of like a dance monkey situation, in a sense. In a sense, we pay
I
money.
get it too. You want to be.
I'm
left
sorry,
alone, but-
Didi. Corey and I already planned a whole hot tub stream. That's happening. It's coming. Me, Corey, and Drew in a hot tub.
I'm down
My new place has a hot tub.
right now.
We can actually. Oh my god! My new
right
the
now.
new place the new place in possible studio in Wasaga we're gonna go look at has a hot tub. We can actually do hot tub streams.
I'm down.
Dressed like this though, we should totally just sit in a hot tub dressed like this. Got one of those floating tables for the bong. All right, some awesome hash rosin from our sponsor Mad Dab Labs. This shit will damn near kill you. This is not for the faint of heart.
Is that serious?
Oh, hash rosin just tastes really good, and it's fairly strong. So the way hash rosin is made is they essentially sift the plant down through many, many micron screens, and then what they have left there, they then heat press through an even tighter micron screen, and this is what's left.
Hey, Bees Knees. Welcome.
Hey, these knees.
I've seen you in chat before. I'm Zazie Law. I've seen you in other channels, I think.
Oh my god, corn nips.
Finger guns.
Corn. Oh my god, why'd I try and talk right after a dab?
Because of finger guns.
Suitcase Skype sushi date. I'm not kidding. Schmoopy wants in.
I'm in.
We all go to sushi together, so yes, we will totally Skype sushi with you if you want to plan a night where you go to a sushi restaurant, pull out your tablet or phone, and talk to us instead of other people.
I'm down. I'm down.
Bring like an obnoxiously loud like portable speaker and shit.
No, Dee Dee, but I heard about it, and I've always wanted to try Fall Guys, so I'll probably come by at some point.
It's fun.
It's a silly little game. I've seen
fun.
it.
Yeah, it's
but it
fun.
looks fun.
Yeah.
What is it?
Fall Guys.
Oh, that's the new one that came out a couple weeks ago and everybody was obsessed with?
No, it's
No,
been out for a
it's
while.
been out for a bit.
Alright, then I don't know anything. Kevin, sorry, shit, we missed messages from Kevin. I am so sorry. We don't always get our chat from YouTube coming up properly, but it would have came up in the main thing, so I apologize.
Kevin. Well, we got to do a bong for Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
I'll do one.
I'll go in with my. I'm so sorry, Kevin. I forgot to open up YouTube instead of Twitch on my phone. I hope you're still checking us out. We missed chatting with you, bud, and we really hope someday you join Twitch. Because there's going to come a part where we aren't going to be live on here at all. On YouTube, I mean. On Twitch, we'll always be live, but.
Well, at some point, none of us will be here. We'll all be dead.
No.
That's going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
Unless we end up in the simulation.
I'm already in a simulation. I'm just going to be in another... I'm just going to have a different form is all.
What will your form be? Anime dragon?
No. Maybe a white guy this time.
And why is that?
Maybe a green guy. I don't know. Maybe a blue guy. You know what? I want to be a blue guy. I want to be a blue guy. I want to be a blue guy with one little horn. Right here.
You want to be a horny blue guy?
No, not horny. One horn. One horn. Maybe the next one
Horny blue guy.
I'll be a very horny blue guy.
Horny blue guy's a horny blue guy.
No.
Cornips is an AI, so he'll be around forever.
That's true. That is very true.
That works.
I do agree with that statement.
Smurf? Not quite. Not quite a Smurf.
You're not?
No, Scotty's like, Smurf? Question mark? I'm like,
Like you
not
don't
quite.
want to be a Smurf?
No, not quite.
That's weird. Why not?
Oh, I
What's your
haven't thought
problem with
about
Smurfs?
that.
Oh,
One eye,
no,
one
no, a lot
horn.
of problems with Smurfs, actually. And I think that Gargamel had it right. I think he had it right.
Do you remember that song about the flying one-eyed, one-horned, flying...
Yes. And if you'd walked
Something purple
if you
people
walked
eater?
dirt gently by now, like I'd asked you to almost 3 years ago,
I'm finished in Westworld.
you would have loved that song even more.
I'm not sure I ever left it.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
I haven't seen Dirt Gently in a very long time.
That's how the season 2 starts out. Remember?
Like, very long
there's
time.
actually
To the point where I don't even remember it.
a flying purple people eater.
I gotta watch this show.
I know. It's so good.
Yeah. It's been a while for me.
I am Chad. We are Corn Nips.
Corn nips. Corn nips. Corn nips.
All right, so that's where we might as well wrap up that last little bit of where we are in this.
What's going on?
Oh
here?
crap, that's not supposed to be on.
We're professionals here.
Maeve is dead. The Man in
I'm a
Black is
pro.
dead.
That's what pros do. I'm
That's
a
at the end of
professional.
episode
Look it up in
4.
the book.
Queen
She
Maeve
blows-
died?
Yes, she collapses all the sand on herself. This is the end of the episode.
I know.
Why are you messing with me then? Oh, that's because we're over here. That's why I went back on the thing. I'll mute the whole window now.
Mute it.
There we go. So that won't make noise again. I apologize. Listen, man, no one's ever dead in Westworld. That's just the way Westworld is.
Not true.
Name one person that's died in Westworld stayed dead.
That stayed dead.
Yes. We've never seen again, never
The
been...
majority of people in the first season,
We only find out that
and
they're...
the humans that got slaughtered, and the humans that have been slaughtered. Only the important humans stayed alive. They brought back. They kept.
Oh.
Everyone else just got obliterated.
You are right. We got called out hard.
What?
There's another... I didn't put up the TV banner.
We immediately have to start talking about movies.
All right.
You're right.
Oh,
All right.
well,
So it's movie club
All
again.
right. So Westworld,
Even the wrong
technically
graphic.
is a movie.
We're professionals here.
Westworld was a movie, yes.
Yes, it was a movie.
Written by the man who wrote Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I know
Michael
that.
Crichton.
I know that.
Which is why you see so many little nods to himself inside it, like the whole park scene and everything. Like, there's a lot of that going on.
He has a thing for parks.
He does, yes,
Clearly
absolutely.
Has things for parks.
Have you seen the new Jurassic Park movie?
Of course.
No,
Really? I have a
haven't.
3-year-old that loves dinosaurs.
that's a good.
And technically, the 3-year-old, he probably shouldn't have seen it, but yeah, he still saw it. A bit long for him, but yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Certain parts felt kind of stretched unnecessarily, but so it was alright.
Oh, that's not the right one. I had something else that I wanted to bring up, but I can't find the right one.
So we got a new little friend here. We haven't named him yet, as you can see.
Oh, we do, yes.
And what's special about this guy? Where are you getting these things?
Dollarama.
Okay.
I hope the stream isn't lagging, but it
yes,
sometimes does.
I don't know.
Like
I don't know what's the
maybe
name.
if I forgot to turn a piece of software off.
Zazie, what do you think? What do you think we should name him?
Oh, you're streaming video.
What do you think we should name him?
Oh, right.
Professionals, just endless layers of it.
What do you think we should name him?
And
Well-
then you're streaming it
Guys, vote on a name for this guy. What do you guys think the name should be?
We're clogging our own internet here.
Well, because I wanted to see if Kevin was going to keep talking, and he isn't, so I guess we just won't look at YouTube at all. Okay, fine.
Hopefully this is going to fix the problem.
Probably not, because now we're streaming it here. You want that one open all the time.
Yes.
So?
One should be fine. No, Scotty, it's us. We had multiple streams going.
Yeah, we were trying to monitor YouTube, and there's just too much going on. Sorry, I'm got stoned and distracted there
This
for a
might be
minute.
the hardest job in the world. I'm not sure.
It really shouldn't be. We really should be
Like
able to pull this
firemen,
off.
they have it easy compared to what we're doing. We're the real heroes.
Back to DC. No,
How often are there fires really? Are they really doing anything, or are they just driving around with the lights on?
if I had joined, I'd be a 4th generation firefighter. My family is very deep. But yes, there's a lot of fires. I live across the street from a fire
I'm
hall.
just kidding, of course.
You
I,
see
like,
how many
love firemen.
times it drives by while we're just sitting there upstairs getting high? All the time. Remember the old house?
And
Constantly.
how many of those fires have you actually seen, though? Are they just driving around? Making lots of noise.
Wow.
Like, we gotta make a run to McDonald's. Turn on the
We got an anti-fire over here.
God damn. That's like a damn.
It rains every few days. How much do you really need firefighters?
Sorry, physicist, everybody. Something like I feel like you actually believe this on some level.
Not at all.
Drew, you ready for dab?
I've heard there
I
used to
feel
be a
it coming
time.
on. Not quite, but I feel it coming on.
Alright.
I heard there used to be a time when firefighters were privatized, and you had to basically pay to have them put out your fire, and then they would come there and like hold it over you and raise the price and say, "We're not going to do it unless you pay up now." If you didn't have insurance ahead of time.
What are you talking about? This
In
is
old
not
time-
real.
In old times and stuff, before we got a
Like,
nice system.
fire department was a racket at one point?
Yes.
Everything was
I've
a
never
racket.
heard of that. I've never heard that
Everything
before.
was a racket. Things are still rackets.
Yes.
Well, yes, of course. I get that. But I mean, you want to tell me that the cops have always had a racket? Of course they have. But firefighters, that seems...
Firefighters had to
about it.
start up sometimes in small towns.
Think
Like,
about it.
there was some point
Of
where
course.
villages went from there was no such thing as fire departments to hey,
Yeah.
we need this. So some of them tried to do it for
So you're
money,
saying
of
we don't
course.
actually need fire departments and they've just based on extortion and now they're
We
just like
totally
the world's
need them.
longest lasting like fucking mafia union armband?
I'm saying when they come trying to tell us, hey, we should have private firefighters again, tell them to go fuck themselves because it's a terrible idea.
That's a horrible.
Wow, I just can't wait to I hope that gets clipped. Half my family will disown me.
No, they'll say, hey, you know, you don't need to pay for taxes to fund firefighters. Just pay them when they show up for the fire. It's like, oh yeah, I want to pay Walmart or Amazon to put out my fires. They're not going to rip me off.
Yeah. No, of course. Why would they? Walmart, Amazon.
They've never ripped me off before. They've never hurt my life.
So that's getting real deep here.
They heard a lot of that.
The Waltons? They're just good people. So is Jeff Bezos. All hail Jeff Bezos. All hail Jeff Bezos.
I think.
I need human food. Oh wait, I'm probably the only one here that knows what the hell that is.
11:04.
I watch Dad a lot.
What that means?
Yes. Are you going? Are you doing the run? Who's doing the run? We can't trust Zach. He goes to the bathroom and then like 40 people show up.
Talking about getting slushies
Yeah.
from Dairy Queen?
Yeah. So after the street, no, Sunday?
Couple days.
Outing all the secrecy here. We went to Dairy Queen. It was late at night. We were hanging out all night, and
Can I touch this?
no, well, yeah, sure, go ahead. But I mean, it's gonna fucking hurt a lot. I've done it by accident. I've also watched somebody pull the banger out like a bowl in a bong, and it's like 380 degrees by the time you're done breathing. It's over 400 usually when you're done hitting it.
It's over 9,000.
What? No, it's not.
Power level for 9,000.
Internet Grandpa doesn't know over 9,000.
Come on. Should know that at least, Dragon Ball Z.
We've had many discussions about my level of knowledge on Dragon Ball Z.
Well, that's
I watched,
101.
what is it,
It's 101. It's 101.
Didi knows what's up.
The first 2 seasons, the second season ends with the 9-hour fucking, what's her name, Frieza fight? Or Frieza? Yeah.
Well, they fixed that. See, the new thing about Dragon Ball Super is that things you don't gotta wait for. You don't the power ups. Actually, you power up like this, and now you don't gotta wait like 5 episodes for them to power up now. So it's great. It's great.
I wouldn't have minded the 5 episodes of Power Up if it wasn't just the same 2 shots.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
You're getting called out for not knowing it.
What?
I've never even seen it. Jeez.
Apparently I'm an internet grandpa and I don't know anything, and I'm kind of okay with that. That I spent all that time taking in real good content and educating myself in the way of film and TV and movie.
If you're trying to say DBZ is not good content, then I don't know.
No, I meant the internet. I mean, the internet is just sometimes horribly repetitive and killing your soul.
And here we are, helping spread the wealth.
Oh, no. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. It feels like the internet is what we all used until Facebook. Do you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense to you, that statement?
Kinda.
Did you get that, like...
A little bit.
Yeah, like, we used the
Not really,
internet randomly poking in the night forever, and then all of a sudden we just went on Facebook and Reddit, and then that was it.
I think what always happens is corporations monopolize something and then took it over and homogenized it and made it a horrible place. Whereas before you had to go poking around, everyone had their own little pockets and stuff.
So now
so what
you're saying is the whole internet is now on Twitch.
Twitch is kind of a remnant of it. Yeah, Twitch is different.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's the same
what
sort
I
of
was
thing.
saying.
Oh, and I heard Sabrina saying the other day, it's the future, and it's like, yeah, because people create their own content, and it's based on whether people like it or not, and not some corporation. Although corporations are going to try and start doing that, but you still get to pick what you want to watch.
Yeah.
Until you can't.
Until you can't, and they'll try and change that too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you need to watch Disney's verified stream about everything's awesome and no Marvel sucks, except some of them do, like Morbius.
Well, I mean, YouTube is already kind of like that, and some of the Twitch stuff is too.
Morbius
I mean,
is a great movie.
I don't think we're shills for Marvel, given how much we can razz some of it.
So we would never be promoted to their top Disney.
No,
Yeah, we would.
but we could be promoted into Hollywood because we give good opinion.
I don't see that happening still.
I see it
'cause
happening.
It's so corporate.
No, I
Oh,
see
but
it.
that's the thing. The Hollywood sees that it's changing also. That's like, look at Free Guy.
What about it?
Like a third of that movie, you have like people on Twitch talking over screen.
Oh,
Yeah. South Park did a full season about.
but again,
Yeah.
it was the top streamers who have played the corporate game to get to the top.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Hollywood's already accepting, so I just there's still a possibility.
James. Hey.
That James guy.
That James guy.
Oh, hey, James.
He's the same color as Dee Dee, so I didn't notice
Yeah.
him right away.
I know some.
And they both have 2 badges.
I don't have a badge. I think I do actually.
Again, dude, we don't use that software anymore. I don't actually know a good way to do this properly. They say Discord, but we've never tested it, so we need to test it off camera sometime. And then I can bring you in. Although last time we just used my cell phone, and
There it is.
Test it off camera sometime.
Oh.
And then.
Drew, that's what's slowing down the stream when we're watching ourselves.
Unless he's not on my wireless.
I was, but no.
All right, let's see if this works out well again.
Bongo time for bee's knees.
You should
They
be.
canceled.
There you go.
They canceled Batgirl and all those, but they better not touch Doom Patrol. I swear to God.
See?
I knew that James wanted to come and chat to us at some point, which is why I kept jumping over the Batgirl stuff and the
Makes sense.
Green Lantern stuff. So, James, why is DC canceling all these properties? I mean, not The Flash. Obviously, Ezra Miller is tanking their own image, all by themselves in Hawaii. But what's up with DC dropping all these properties that are already made or already written or ready to go?
I think it's what I messaged you earlier. I think it's about the merger. If they dump these properties, that was before the new management took over, they can do it as a tax write-off.
Okay.
And yeah, they've been doing it in Hollywood for years, but I think it's like they'll make a movie and just they'll funnel the money through that, and it's a big tax write-off. But David Zaslav wants to save so much money, and he's like, well, I don't want, and they don't want their tentpole films on. They just want them to be like theatrical releases. They want to make as much money in the box office as possible, so they don't want to throw Batgirl on HBO Max. So it makes you think about the Commissioner Gordon show that was going to come, and then the Penguin show, and then you're like, Peacemaker 2 is already in the works. James Gunn said that's still a go. What's going to happen after that is only going to be 2 seasons. I think Titans is going to go. Hopefully, I'm praying that they're going to keep Doom Patrol, because that is like a beautiful show, but it might get the axe as well. But these are shows; they're not theatrical films, right?
Yeah.
Like, kind of jumping the gun talking about the shows. But,
Right. Do you not feel that, or in your opinion, do you feel that? Oh, and also, thanks for coming on and hanging out with us again.
PD's saying it's not working out
Thanks
very well.
for answering my call.
No, she just said call in, and he is. That was a long time ago. She said that.
No, it just popped up now.
Oh, then I'm entirely wrong.
Are you guys having trouble hearing James?
Is James coming through
Oh,
fine?
okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, this worked perfectly last time, and I'm reading the bar, and it's sitting close to what we are. But do you feel like someone at DC shit in the bed, though, because does this not give worse optics to be dropping these already in production properties that people have come to, in a time where let's say their releases period have been shaky?
See, when they announced the Batgirl news, I thought this was a trial run to see how the public would react if they dumped the Flash.
Yeah.
If they didn't just put it out. But they've put in so much money into the Flash, like it's over $200 million. Probably close to, they haven't even started marketing yet, so it could be anywhere between 250, 300 with the reshoots that's been going on. But it's like Affleck coming back for Aquaman 2 to play Bruce Wayne. It's because it's now taking place before the Flash, not afterwards. So he's replacing Michael Keaton, right? I'm not sure if you guys talked about that.
Sorry. No.
But, how you doing, Zach?
I'm good, thanks. I'm pretty high.
I heard you were working for NASA last week.
NASA.
NASA.
Secret NASA.
Yeah, I can now reveal I was sent to Uranus to wipe out some Klingons.
Oh, God.
You're a physicist. That was like that passes as a joke for you.
Zach.
Was that? Are you proud of that?
Very.
Are you gonna sleep
that
good
was my-
tonight, having said that?
That was my
You
NASA
just
project.
took me back to being 10 years old.
Even Dini's like, oh my god.
I couldn't tell you where I was going, otherwise they'd know I was coming, but
That's true. The Plutonians may have figured, or the Uranians might have figured it out.
the Klingons.
Oh right, sorry.
I had to wipe them out from Uranus.
So, Barry, what do you think their plan is? These cancellations? Like, they even canceled Scooby-Doo, right?
Well,
That was finished, and it apparently got really good reviews.
Scooby's pretty good.
I mean, I feel like Warner Brothers in general, that's the overall company that owns all this right now, right?
Why is, I don't know McMurray. Why is he getting shit on?
Yeah, I think overall, it's either someone sees that this hasn't gone well, and if there's new management coming in, or in now. McMurray is a piece of shit.
Who is McMurray?
It's a line from Letterkenny.
Oh.
A great Canadian show. Filmed right here in Ontario, in my home area, actually. I'm from where Letterkenny is filmed. Yes, I am. It's filmed outside of Sudbury and French River in Spanish and partly in Espanol.
Oh, yeah, right. You're originally from Sudbury. That's right.
Yeah. Not just B-Town there.
But, hey,
either someone sees the writing on the wall that they're doing bad and they need to regroup, or the Flash has to be dropped eventually, and they might as well, if they're dropping it, they might as well just clean house and attempt what they probably should have did 8 years ago, a slow burn opening the way Marvel did Phase 1. My hope, at least.
But here's the thing is, like, nice t-shirt, by the way, Drew. But here's the thing is, like, it's already, the new management's already in there. It's over 100 days now.
Ooh.
That Zaslav has been taken, and he got rid of Emmerich and he got rid of Ansarnoff, and Hamada's out once his contract is done, and he's appointed DeLuca. He just came aboard, so the new regime is there. They've been there for over 3 months now. They have their Q3 earnings call tomorrow, which will be very interesting because I read that they're supposed to expect 70% layoffs in the Warner Media Discovery.
Damn.
Warner Brothers Discovery, that's what it's called. And I also read that The Flash it's supposed to be a masterpiece, and they've got like the test screenings are like through the roof.
Yeah, I saw your article drop late this afternoon, and well, that's what I've been talking about since they announced the Flash film and what the general idea is going to be of it. And how could it, like, as long as they just stayed true to a good portion of the source material, they really like, this was a good story to tell, and it's not that hard to tell in a good way. And it seems like they were going to really take care of a lot of the problems, retcon everything, and be like, boom, here's how the universe rules work. Now we start from here. And I was really looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. Especially with Keaton coming back to be like Nick Fury. I thought that would be awesome.
Yeah, I've liked the trailers for the two other side of DC films, Shazam and Black Adam. But I mean, The Rock can't lose. So that kind of takes away any feeling of, stakes. And, Shazam, I don't know. It seemed, it's not my favorite film. It feels very childish and kiddish, which it is, and it's supposed to be. It's just not for me.
Shazam was like a great family superhero film.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it, and that's one of the DC movies I've rewatched and showed people because of how much fun it is.
Yep.
They don't all have to be like major, dark, broody DC kind of films, right? And that was nice that they went light, except the boardroom scene, which some people have problems with, but I thought was really good. I mean,
well, we needed
like
stakes. We needed.
And Indiana Jones had the melting faces,
Yeah, it gave a good set of stakes. It let us know what could happen to everybody if this happy bunch of kids doesn't succeed.
I agree.
So, like, I like these, but they're not exactly... They could build their own world over there if, DC was doing that, like separating everybody and just letting them have their own little segments until they need to connect them. But Shazam and Black Adam just doesn't feel like they're in the same thing.
Oh, they're there to stay. I mean, in the Shazam trailer, they showed Ben Affleck as Batman, they showed Aquaman, and then they showed The Flash. Curious, you didn't really see Ezra Miller's face. But yeah, they did show from the Snyderverse those three characters.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so sorry to jump to Black Adam, but what'd you think about Pierce Brosnan? Dr. Fate.
He's awesome in anything. He's awesome in anything, and him playing Dr. Fate is like, that's just amazing. Like, I love Dr. Fate.
Great
I'm not
casting.
big on magic users in comics, but Dr. Fate, the 90s run was great. And
he's a weird magic user because he gets his power from a relic, and his powers are so specific in his magic that it's not like, I get he's kind of a Doctor Strange counterpart, or maybe one, I don't remember which one came first. But
Dr. Fate.
It's a great character. I love his arc in Young Justice League. And I didn't read a lot that had Dr. Fate in it back. Like, really, I didn't read DC. I read Marvel. But seeing him in Young Avengers made me kind of look up his character and start to dive him a bit. And I did some recaps of some of his books, and yeah, great character. So Pierce Brosnan seems perfect.
How we can go on like different planes of existence, and how the helmet controls the host, which they really delved into in Young Justice. Which season 3. I need to catch up on that. First 2 seasons are amazing.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're the one that got me to watch it.
It's pretty good.
Yes, I told you to watch it. It was amazing.
Really enjoyed it.
It was great.
Aqualad's arc was way better than I thought an Aqua character's arc could ever be.
Yeah.
Better than
but
the
yeah,
Deep?
so I don't
No,
know what
the Deep has the greatest arc
the
ever.
plan is.
Sorry.
I don't know what the plan is for the Flash, though, to be honest with you. I think they'll release it, and I think all that world fixing and universe fixing will come after it's done. That's why, I think Aquaman 2, it was probably just Michael Keaton coming in and being like, hey, I'm Nick Fury, I need you to join the Justice League of America or whatever.
I'm going up to my space station.
The world's messed up. Yeah, exactly. So we're going to go to the Moon Tower. But
which, going back to Nolan,
that's coming out first.
That's where I thought Nolan was taking that character if they had done a 4th film. I figured he was going to be the grizzled man in the sky while, Darkwing. Who takes Batman's spot in that Justice League series? Nightwing? Nightwing. When he becomes the man in the sky, when he goes up to the space station for the Justice League, someone takes the Batman moniker on the ground. Is it Nightwing?
Alfred.
What series are you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't remember which specific Justice League series it was. How many times does he spend all of his time in the space station as an old man while there's a new Batman?
Rusty says Nightwing.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's Nightwing.
I don't remember that.
Are you talking about Batman Beyond?
Is that part of the comic book as well?
Batman Beyond's like a totally different,
No, I know.
Yeah. So that's not even associated.
But there's
with
a run. There's a run where he's in the space station as well in the comics.
Not for Batman Beyond specifically.
No. In the comics, there's a run where he's in the space station the whole time. You hit a new dolly. But that's okay. Stone talk. We're getting way off topic here. But that's just kind of what I thought they were going to do with the Batman character from Nolan, and I'd really like to see that story in live action. A young replacement Batman, whether it's Dick Grayson or whatever character they choose to put in there. Jason Todd would be best. I'd love to see Jason Todd betrayed, but I'd really like to see them actually do that, and that's what Batgirl was supposed to be, so it's too bad they didn't go that way, I guess.
Yeah, that's what they're setting up, and that sucks to waste Keaton like that. Like, they have to, hopefully they'll bring him back after Flash, like if they release that.
Yeah.
Like, to get Keaton back in costume. Like, did you look up those pics I told you?
No, sorry, I was out at the farm working all afternoon, and they got home in time to do a stream.
No, it's all good. I was just wondering. It looks pretty badass. So. But yeah.
No, it would be nice to have seen that. I mean, like they're wasting Keaton the way that Venom did. just no use, and then a sandwich. And so I don't even know if I want to see Keaton play it. Oh yeah, sorry, End of Morbius, not Venom. Same quality of movie though.
It's Morbin time.
Morbius and sorry.
Someone came up to what's his name? The Doctor Who guy, Morbius.
Doctor Who?
He was the bad guy in Morbius.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was just saying, the Doctor Who guy?
Matt Smith.
Someone came up to him at a convention and said, "It's Morbin time," and he goes, "What the fuck is that?" It's freaking hilarious.
Oh my god, I gotta find that.
Yeah,
I gotta find it.
We'll find that.
Let the Morb be with you. That might be my new favorite.
Use the Morb, Luke.
Do you think
I used the Road Pilot as a bong once. I also used a Filler Bunny action figure from Johnny the Homicidal Maniac as a bong. That was fun.
Completely going off topic from DC for a minute. Do you think the Sony extended side of their universe can be fixed after it's Morbin time and Carnage and just the disappointments of not going the direction they should have?
No, they're just mining it for whatever money they can make. I mean, come on, they're making a Madam Web movie. Like, who's heard of Madam Web? Yeah, it's got, Dakota Fanning
Yep.
is playing Madam Web, but I don't know. No, I still haven't watched Venom. I haven't watched Venom 2. I watched Morbius because the girlfriend wanted to watch it, and we had talked about it on the stream back in small screen when we used to do that. And that was just, I thought it was funny. She liked it, but I've never really paid attention to the Sony Spider-Verse films because once The Amazing Spider-Man came out, I was like, yeah, it's not really my bag, and it was oversaturated with marketing. So, like this one YouTuber took all the trailers for Amazing Spider-Man 2 and put it together in chronological order for 45 minutes.
I know.
Pretty much watched the whole movie. Yeah.
And people were starting to paste together shit from No Way Home, and it's starting to look like they had like 20 minutes of movie. I'm like, that's so horrible. But I mean, Madam Web isn't really that out there. Like, anybody that watched the 90s cartoon, which is pretty well known at this point, like they do all of season 4, season 5 is Madam Web. So like she's.
Yeah, I never watched that though.
Oh man, I used to get off the bus from Brock.
Back then.
Yeah, I used to get off the bus from Brock, skateboard home, not hang out with anybody, so I could watch Spider-Man and X-Men, and then I went out to the park.
Yeah, I used to go home and watch Batman the Animated Series. Right?
Oh right, well this
and
is.
then I'd watch
Hey,
X-Men.
Batman the Animated Series. Hey, that's like the best Batman.
It was DC versus Marvel back then, and I was solely stuck in the Marvel world.
You know, Paul Dini, one of the creators of Batman the Animated Series, he was one of the writers on the Scooby-Doo movie that Warner Brothers canceled.
No, I didn't know they had a brand new feature coming out about Scooby-Doo. So.
Yeah.
I think it's Scooby-Doo sequel to.
It's all a mess for Warner Brothers because you know, like HBO, AT&T merged, and then Jason Killer's like, yeah, we got to ramp up HBO Max, so they got the Snyder Cut released, and then like, okay, we'll get Peacemaker, we'll put the Suicide Squad day and date release between theater and HBO Max. They're really pumping this up for subscription, and now it's just they're getting rid of everything, and they're going back to theatrical because it's a new regime, right? What do you?
It's a big mistake.
I have no faith. I have no faith in Warner Brothers anymore.
Yeah, they're gonna.
No, none.
No,
and
they're definitely like, yeah.
And that's what I meant by the optics question. Like, at this point, no matter why they did it, even if it's for tax write-off, it means that they're, like, if that's the public reason they're doing it, then they're valuing, they're just publicly saying, we value every dollar we make over giving you anything you may want or like. And that's...
they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, that's why, like, the Snyder fans are all like, oh, they're going to listen to us and they're going to restore the Snyderverse. If they're canon this stuff, they're not listening to the fans. They're doing what's best money-wise.
Listen, we got Snyder Cut because it was just an edit. He did a couple reshoots, and it was an edit. That's it.
They sunk $70 million into it, though.
I mean, is that really that high in the overall budget of that film?
No. Like, Zack Snyder makes very expensive movies.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you look in comparison, Batgirl was $70 to $90 million.
Yeah.
Right?
And just
So, like, this new Warner Brothers Discovery would not pony up that money for the Snyder Cut if it wasn't under their watch. But the other thing is they could be looking at it and, like, maybe they will bring the universe back, but they won't bring Snyder back. I don't know. It's a tough call because no one expected Batgirl to get canceled, right?
And with the Snyder Cut, like, all they saw was we invested $750 million in the original movie. We had to invest another $100,000 for Joss to come and fuck it up a bit. Like, what's another $70 million to do a whole new theatrical release of a whole other movie that the fans are hashtagging for us? Like, that was, again, Snyder Cut was just a money grab.
Oh, yeah. And it was to get subscriptions on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they needed. Because they're competing at the time with Disney and Netflix. Like, they wanted to be, like, the new streaming platform. So, everyone does these days.
All it did was make me subscribe to the high seas. So what is the DC property that we hope stays on that you're most looking forward to?
I want to see The Flash. And, you know, this could also be a big production stunt, like PR stunt, where it's like, you know, they want to get the fans rabid and start hashtagging Save Batgirl or Release Batgirl or whatever.
I mean,
it could be like that, but I really doubt it, especially they have to go through for that. But I know the Batgirl film will get leaked, and I really wanted to see Brendan Fraser's Firefly, so I'm bummed about that. But I just hope Doom Patrol stays.
For Flash.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I just thought if I was doing marketing and had that kind of power, like maybe in this situation, you cancel it or can it, and then after Flash, there's something that happens that makes it relevant, and then it gets released. You know what I mean? Like almost like they're getting meta with the multiverse coming together. Like in this universe, now it's released. But I don't think anyone at DC is that smart, and after the Snyder Cut, they clearly just want money.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Although, and again, we talk about this, and I get in shit for bringing it up every time, but the post-credit scene of the Snyder Cut is the best piece of cinema that DC's put out, period.
What, Martian Manhunter?
No.
Or
the Injustice thing.
Yeah, that was great, and I really liked Jared Leto how he was playing the Joker. A lot of people didn't like it. They said that it was like Sean McLaughlin always says he's playing what's his name, Don Knotts. He was like playing comedian Don Knotts, but I really liked it, and I would like a film like that. But I'm not really excited for any DC properties, to be honest with you. I mean, the Shazam trailer looked good, I'll watch it, and Black Adam looked good, and then I'll watch that. But to me, it's not. To be honest, I haven't been excited for anything. I got some excited for No Way Home, but even Doctor Strange, I wasn't that excited for. Shang-Chi just kind of ruined it all for me. It's just, and I'll go on and on about the aesthetic and how all Marvel movies look the same now, and it's just like another Marvel movie. So, yeah.
I think I agree with you. Shazam and Black Adam are the only things in the house right now that I think are going to come out and mean anything to a future that we want to watch.
Definitely on the same boat. On the same boat as that, yeah, for sure, for those.
And we talked a little bit earlier, you and I, chatting about the other side of what they're doing. And crap, I just had that thought and it's gone. I hate when I did a dab and forgot what I was about to say.
Well, I do want to see The Flash, though, to be honest with you, because now that we're getting the reviews, or like the buzz that it's supposed to be really, really good, I'm curious what they did with it. And it's been in development for a long time. Like, they announced the Flash movie before the Flash CW show came out, and the Flash CW show will end, and the Flash movie won't even be out yet after it ends, 9 seasons later.
Yes. I really should catch up. I left after the incursion, and I'm like, should I come back? Should I not? But
I haven't watched since season 6, I believe.
Oh, right. Sorry. Earlier, you and I were...
That's a good place to leave off.
You and I were talking about the Batman, the spin-offs, the sequels, how they're not... Like, what's even up with DC on this side stuff where there's going to be a Joker thing? Like, why are they taking these seemingly really cool one-off... Wicked, we did a good job here, let's go make another cool movie over here. And they're just... I get the want to sequel because of money, but like, come on, give us one cool property and just walk away from it.
Well, here's the thing: is because the Joker was such a small budget and it made a lot of money, it tripled its budget at least.
Yeah.
Right. And that was already greenlit after like the first week. I think I told you that today in Messenger. It's like greenlit after the first week of being out, and that's when they're going to hold on to because it's dirt cheap to make in comparison of everything. And then it has a high return value.
Yeah, it'll end up with like a Gotham feel, I guess.
Yeah, and like Blue Beetle, we reported today that it's probably going to be canceled.
That might be canceled too.
And that's heavy CGI stuff, right?
Sorry, what's being canceled?
Yeah, and I agree. Yeah, the Blue Beetle, it'll be like the whole suit's going to be CGI. But I agree with Rusty. How about just a good movie? That's so hard to do, especially with all the execs poking around at Warner Brothers. Like,
and that's what Joker was.
Anyone that is the guiding light.
Like, it was weird. It didn't fully make sense. It might have had some plot holes, but it was fun to watch. It was crazy. You know, it was a fairly good movie, even though I'd already seen it in the 90s, you know, on late night.
What was that, sorry?
I said it was a fairly good movie, even though I'd already seen it in the 90s on late night. Being that it's a direct ripoff of Taxi and The Comedian and so on.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's a Scorsese movie.
Sorry? Yeah.
I'm saying, like, just saying the rest of the act. For me, just put out a good movie. Like, that's it. Like
I think the Batman is a good movie.
Worry about getting something. Well, yeah, but at the same time, like if they're willing to, like,
I mean, to the first ending.
Stuff.
I think it was a good movie to the first ending. It was okay to the second ending. It was getting dumb at the third ending. And by the seventh ending, I'm like, I hope everyone in this whole movie dies of scurvy. I said scurvy.
Good night, Corn Nips. Thanks for hanging out. Coming by so late.
Corn Nips, we appreciate you. Thanks so much. Bongo time for Corn Nips.
Morbin time.
It is Morbin time into our bongo.
I'm pretty freaking high right now.
Well, I mean, it's Corn Nips.
It's true. I'm already kind
Good night, Corn Nips.
dizzy.
It's Morbin time.
You're dizzy?
A little bit.
Nice.
All right.
Night, Corn Nips.
The thing is, like, when they're gonna make these big tentpole movies, like anyone from the Justice League, all the execs are gonna want to have it done right because they're gonna want to make that $1 billion at the box office. But if you throw like Todd Phillips like $40 million and go have fun and make a Joker movie, you know, that's your budget. They're not really gonna care. They're gonna let them do what they want.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna get a good movie out of them. You know.
Agreed.
But if it's something that's attached as with these big tentpoles, and now even Zaslav is stating with the merger and with Warner Bros. Discovery, they want all of their superhero properties to be theatrical releases and big events, then you're probably not going to see that for anyone in the Justice League, anyone in the Trinity. I mean, but even they're not even canceling Blue Beetle, if that's true, which the source that we reported on, Edward, knows is pretty reliable.
Again, you guys don't report it if it's not true.
Well, sometimes it'll be like, take it with a grain of salt, but the problem with Blue Beetle is he's not in the Justice League. Yeah, he's a great character and he's pretty well known, but you're talking like that could be anywhere between 100 to 200 million budget, and that's not what they want, right? To spend on these kind of characters. They want to relocate all that stuff to the major characters.
Well, I agree with you. Like, maybe we just need to have them throw around a couple more $40 million because the executives clearly don't care about the properties the same way. And I hate to, again, I'm not a shill for Marvel. They make a ton of mistakes, but no one in the industry can say that Kevin Feige doesn't love the properties he's working on. No one can say that Kevin Feige, though great at making money and doing these, that at least 60% of his decisions don't come from a love of the storylines. And then 40%, you can feel that number. You know, it used to be 10%. Now it's getting around 50%. But for the most part...
Phase 4 started. Then he's like, here, Michael Waldron, you handled Doctor Strange. I'll be on set, but you handled writing it. You did a good job of Loki season 1, and that's why I tapped you to write my Star Wars film. And then you guys go take care of Miss Marvel. You guys go take care of the Disney Plus side. I got to focus on Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange. You guys, you know, do Shang-Chi and I'll oversee it, but he's taken a step back.
That's what I've been saying for a long time.
Well, for sure.
For a decade now.
But I think
really
he's...
see it in phase 4. There was no interconnectivity thread to all these actors that are coming up to be the Young Avengers, right? If they had, say, Doctor Doom, and it was like a world, not like a universe event, but just like a low-level world event that tied all the characters together, and then you could have, like, and they didn't necessarily have to meet, but Doctor Doom would be that thread, then that would have worked. But instead, phase 4 is just kind of, we got a bunch of introductions, but there's real no stakes, and we're just like, whatever.
I think Multiverse of Madness proved my theory of Wong's big week. He's been kind of the connective thread, and they're promoting him in She-Hulk as a big part of it, so I really do believe we're going to get a version of, well, okay, for those that don't know, there's called Fury's Big Week. It's kind of a side story going on, and it takes place through pretty much all of Phase 1. But when you put the timeline together, everything in Phase 1 takes place almost in like 1 week, apparently, except for like Captain America. So you have Thor happening directly after Iron Man 2. There's a handful of things that happen, including S.H.I.E.L.D. all being tied in. And this is Fury going around essentially collecting his Avengers and going to present to them. And you kind of see a version of that with Wong this season going to Shang-Chi.
What are you doing? Like, you're making a lot of noise.
We don't need to cut it all. It's okay.
For God's sakes, man.
Drew is cutting us banana bread my wife made.
But endlessly for no reason.
Because we also got him high.
Without thinking, hey, maybe people don't want to hear my knife cutting against metal for 5 minutes.
It's alright.
I apologize.
Sorry, Jay.
We are stoners.
No, it's fine, man.
It's good.
Yeah, so I think Wong is the interconnective thread. And Doctor Strange is the universal interconnective thread now. So those together will bring our Young Avengers, or I don't think the Young Avengers, I think the Secret Warriors, technically.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're positioning Doctor Strange and Wong in the Iron Man role kind of thing, and Nick Fury, well, that's what they were doing. But
Yeah, so on
Doctor
screen we have a
Strange
couple
doesn't
of the
have,
characters that we know are coming and we've seen already. Well, obviously Loki doesn't fit in this panel.
I made a video on this on the Geek channel like 2 years ago.
Yes,
Actually,
probably
it was
far
probably
ahead of me.
This month. And it was like all these characters. I'll send it to you. But yeah, the problem is Doctor Strange doesn't have that quicky-go-lucky kind of thing where, like Iron Man does. Like they try and make him have that charming sass, but he just comes across as a dick, right? Like he doesn't really pull it off. I find. And then why are you trying to make Doctor Strange a roguelite? He's not really a roguelite, but because that's what all Marvel leading men are now, because that's what the audience likes and that's what makes money. They push it on him, and that's kind of out of place in Doctor Strange for me.
I agree. Like, I think it's because it's Benedict Cumberbatch that's just kind of, he's good at being that. It's kind of seems like it's just him.
He wasn't good at all.
But that's the thing. Like I think he plays it well.
No, he came across as a dick.
Well,
like just as like a smarmy dick, but meanwhile, like Robert Downey Jr. has that charisma where he can do it. You know.
You don't find humor in him failing every time. Like everyone just crips back. Like he's. I find him to be an interesting character, and I think he's played well
by Doctor Strange again, and just now that you know what I've said, and he'll be like, yeah, you know what, he is kind of a dick. You think like the lines are written for someone that can carry the charm. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure Benedict Cumberbatch can be very charming, but in the Doctor Strange role, it's just out of place. Like he's always. No, he's a dick, man. He talks down to Peter.
You're right. The character
he talks down to all of them. Yeah.
The character in the comics is much more high-minded and purposeful. Wise.
Why are you trying to like force this roguelike charm on him?
That's true. Okay, I get what you're saying. When compared directly to the comic book, it feels a little more out of place. But I was watching a lot of Sherlock right before, so I just liked it.
The first movie.
Oh, that might have been a bit of a glass break there.
In Infinity War and Endgame, he wasn't. So. Yeah.
Like, okay, how he played it against Robert Downey Jr. in Infinity War is how you'd expect Doctor Strange.
It's two egos colliding. One is a charming, quippy guy. The other guy's a dick.
Oh no, I mean the very final, like when it comes to. You know, protecting the stone, or you, or the boy.
Pointing the finger, one thing, yeah.
Yeah, like it's, I would protect the boy, or I'm protecting the stone, like I will let you die. Like, that feels like something Doctor Strange would say, like, I have to protect this stone over everybody, so I hope you're on board with that. And yeah, but some of it, you're right, it might be a little overboard, a little too hammy for that character.
Dude, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness just reminded me of like a 50s B movie where the scientist fights a giant ant. You know, I'm sure I've said this before. Like, just look at his hair. It looks so bad. Looks like a 1950s B movie.
But that's Raimi remaking his 1980s B movie.
No, that's Marvel. That's Marvel thing. We've got to make it look like this so it can fit against the green screen. Sorry, I'm not trying to shit on your favorite properties, man, but like...
No. I admit the flaws heavily in Marvel properties. There's a few I got a little bit of a rose-colored glasses on for, but for the most part, I just always believe that it seems like Feige has the best intentions and loves the properties he's working on, and that means a lot versus companies like DC and Warner Brothers that are like, fuck it, just money.
Yeah, when he's full focus, but in Phase 4 he's not. And maybe I was thinking we talked about this on a podcast last week. I think like maybe he was using Phase 4 to rest up, and then he'll make a Star Wars movie, and then he'll come back in full force in Phase 5. I don't know, but I just remember what DC movie I'm looking forward to as the Batman 2. That's the one I'm looking forward to.
Well, now that I just feel like just like Gotham, don't you feel like they sunk Gotham too soon?
Yeah.
Like, hi, we're here, one movie, Gotham sunk and
the
disconnected from the world again.
They were just trying to, like, I guess, rush it out at that point because they ended it. They ended it, but they knew they couldn't end it in the way where they left it on a cliffhanger. They knew they had to, like, speed it up quick. You know what I mean? Like, get it out there. Because it was supposed, because it should have been, they probably could have got at least another, well, if the way that they did it, they could have got at least another season because they could have shown him actually getting into the suit and actually starting to be Batman. You know what I mean? Like get
Gotham. I mean, like
you said Gotham, right?
Yeah. In comparison, like Gotham's another story that they blew the bridge too soon. But in Batman, like they could have just ended with the Batman stopping the Riddler's overall plan. Post-credit Joker laughing in the cell next to him when they have a conversation. Wicked. They could have even dubbed the voice of whoever they use with just a little bit of Jared Leto to make us fucking mad or intrigued. But we didn't need this huge reveal for Gotham in the end, like for Gotham City.
Are you talking about Gotham City or Gotham the series?
Right now I'm talking about Gotham City in the Batman movie. I was just referring to the fact that Gotham as well blew the bridge too soon. Nolan blew the bridge. Like, everyone has separated Gotham. It's kind of like Uncle Ben. I want to see a new story.
They do the same thing. They do the same thing in the video games. Oh, it's Arkham Knight. We have a big snowstorm. Everyone get off the streets so we don't have to render those people.
Yeah.
It's how are you supposed to make a Batman where you can walk around the town and not be shot and there's a bunch of cameras? Like, yeah, it's a trope. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I had no problem with the Batman. I had no problem with Gotham City. You're wrong. Move on.
Again, I tote the Batman as one of the best DC movies in such a long time. I just think the ending was extraneous, and I feel like they wrote the ending after deciding to continue on, or at least presenting the idea of continuing on. The ending feels like it was set up for continuation, not for that movie.
But you're okay with a bad wig on Doctor Strange and him being a dick?
I didn't say that. I said I hadn't really noticed it, and I'll go rewatch it. I'm open-minded.
I'm busting your balls, and what's funny is because I'm watching the stream when it's on mute, and there's a delay, so, like, I'll make a joke, and I don't know if you're going to laugh or you're going to be insulted yet. So it's like I have to wait 15 seconds to get your reaction.
That's amazing. And Gotham the show, you're right. It was freaking awesome. I absolutely loved it. And I wasn't mad that they blew the bridge. It was that because it was only 2 at that point.
I watched until they introduced the Scarecrow. I'm like, nope, they're screwing this up. And then I never watched a single episode after that. And I think that was like season 1. It was horrible. I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Scarecrow, they kind of flopped on Scarecrow. Like the character design and like that kind of thing was a bit weird.
I wanted to really see the Joker.
And then they kind of they wanted to get all like,
they forced. You remember the last season?
They got all inclusive, with like Penguin and
Bongo Time,
and that was a whole thing, and that was kind of weird. That was a whole weird thing. Like if they did a thing where they, I feel like even if they did like a weird like a gender swap with them, it still would be weird. You know what I mean? Because like obviously if you're going off of like the comics, you're going off. You're going off of. Especially if you're trying to get a baseline of characters and whatever going, right? It makes sense to just be true to what it is, instead of trying to change it up.
Yeah.
maybe if you did the original and then after you did the original, you did like a weird spin-off of this is a different reality. You know what I mean? Then that would make sense.
Yeah.
You know, but the fact that you came in with it, they came in with it like, you know, it was weird. Like, so it threw it off. It did definitely. I definitely agree that threw that off for sure. And then it was like weird because like 1 minute they were dead, next minute they survived and they weren't dead, and then like they did a lot with that. They definitely did a lot with that for sure. So, but Gotham definitely, I'd have to say, it is a good series though. Like it's for what they were going for. Like I think it's a pretty good.
I
series.
enjoyed Gotham most.
I think that it was decent for a good amount of the time that it was. Yes, there was some stuff that they could have worked on, but for DC and their track record for their properties,
it's way better.
It definitely
than most
was
of
one
their
of their better things for sure.
By a lot,
for sure.
I was into it like the first couple episodes, but like I said, once they screwed up the Scarecrow, I realized, okay, so this is the kind of show I'm getting. I'm not really on board, you know, like, and then it seemed kind of slow a bit, and the Fish Mooney really bothered me. The overacting with Jada Pinkett Smith was just, like, dialed it down a little bit. But I mean, then the Penguin was trying to top that overacting, same with the Riddler. I don't know. It's not.
He was my favorite Penguin.
It's not what I expected, but it's just wasn't for me. And you guys know I'm a diehard Batman fan, but I gave it a chance. So.
That one's the real emo Batman.
How do I contribute to these challenges? I can claim bonus.
I think it's in the channel points purchase section.
Yeah, if you're on Twitch. Oh yeah, you're on Twitch.
Over 1,094 bongos. Dab challenge. Okay.
Thanks for the contributions, Rusty and Boogie.
Thank you.
And we said we would treat these as bongo times.
Okay, I'll do one.
There we
Man,
go.
I'm really freaking high, but
There, that worked.
Thank you very much. Zach's been off stream for a long time, so he
it's hitting me harder.
yeah, he's kind of high.
That's fine, man. I just took that charge. I'll be right back.
One shot
I'll
time.
just be right back.
No problem. And I actually agree with you. I think he might be the best Penguin so far.
Who? Guy who played? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
On
like
Gotham TV show.
and I hate him, but that's his appeal.
Exactly.
I
Right.
love to hate this
Right.
character. Like every season, I wanted
Every time
him
he
to
came
die.
back, I'm just like, yo, how do you not die? Like he almost died like 4 or 5 times. Like, bro, just kill him. Just kill him.
But I was also scared of him. Like, this is someone who would actually hurt me if I stood in their way. Like, or even just because I'm near them. Like, they're crazy.
All right, Schmippy. I'll do another bongo.
But there was a couple bad seasons of Gotham, but overall it was really good. And it had bad episodes too. But
Like, it's
What
like
show does
honestly, if anything that's worth anything is
And-
good. You're gonna have some bad. Like you can't have everything perfect.
And the dude from the OC was really good in it.
DLC.
and nobody would die. Like they all came
Yeah,
back.
Gordon.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
He was the star of the OC, wasn't he?
He's one of the guys. Yeah, he's one of the guys.
Admittedly, I don't even know how I got into the OC, but for some reason I did, and then I just binged, like, there's like 4 seasons or something. I watched it all. It was weird.
What?
No, Didi, I didn't see the hot tub stream.
Did you tell Didi about the one we're gonna make?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a hot. Maybe I was kidding. We're not actually gonna
I
have.
thought it was
gonna
you,
have
Drew, and Leahy.
Yeah, it's gonna be Drew, myself, and Leahy in the hot tub stream.
Maybe Zazzy will make an appearance.
I cannot think of anything I don't want to do more than just sit in a hot tub with 3 other dudes.
I think I want to do that. I welcome it. Actually, I think I want that.
That's a lot of nutsack soup. Is all I'm saying. Like, I don't know how many times each individual. I don't know how often each individual of you shower and stuff. It's a lot of nutsack soup.
It is.
And I'm not looking for any nutsack soup.
It could be delicious.
James guy's throwing up a lot of bongo time, so I guess no problem.
But yeah, definitely. I don't know. I really do hope, because I'm not just a Marvel diehard. I do like DC, so I definitely
Really, you like
You like
you
Marvel?
don't really like Marvel, eh?
Okay. No, I didn't say that. I said I'm not only
Would you
just
hold your
I'm
hand
not
over
just-
your chest? Now start that sentence over.
Don't watch
He's still a
Spider-Man.
big
Don't
guy
watch.
with a beard. You can still
Don't
tell he
watch
likes
Spider-Man.
Marvel.
Don't watch. Cover your ears. Cover your ears.
It's the stereotypical fan.
But definitely, I like DC.
Is that why
as
you don't know
well.
anything about
So
Marvel?
I do
You don't have a
hope
beard?
I do hope they do pick up on their DC because like that not just like it's not just a moneymaker. It's like it's a big thing, especially with like
There's some important characters that mean a lot
you
to
know
a
what
lot
I
of
mean.
people.
And I feel like they definitely do got to buckle down and actually get serious with it. Just because like they already picked it up, you know what I mean? Like you picked it up, like you're like, hey, yeah, we're gonna get DC. So now that you have that, you can't just if that was the case, you should have let someone else have it.
This
So,
is like buying Coke
you know what I
and
mean?
that's like buying Coke and throwing the recipe out.
Right?
Like Disney bought Marvel
Yeah, like,
and
come
went,
on.
you know what? We're just gonna let you do your thing.
Exactly.
Maybe throw some ears in here and there.
I know exactly what you're saying, but that's what they do too. And like, oh, our copyright's going to run out, or our rights, so we need to make a movie, so we just throw out crap.
And that's how we get Far From Home.
Yeah.
That's how we got Roger Corman's Fantastic Four.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic Four.
Well, Spider-Man's the best example, right? They every 5 years they're fucked. And that's why we got No Way Home way weirdly out of order and... No, I mean Far From Home. Like, Far From Home, why was it ending phase 2, 3, 2, 3?
3.
Like, how did that make sense as the ending of phase 3? That's totally the beginning of phase 4.
Yeah.
Right? Like, new start, we're seeing what's happened past the big event. No, yeah, Mysterio's the big event past Thanos?
Here's Black Widow.
It is kind of...
Essentially.
Yeah, but the general audience doesn't care about that stuff. They're just like, oh, we're getting a good Spider-Man film and it's Mysterio and it's, it's...
But they didn't get a good Spider-Man film. They got kind of an okay, not horrible film, but I don't know.
No, Far From Home was good. I enjoyed it, and I thought it was a smart move going to a more intimate setting than after they just did all this big universe stuff, right? Like, in Spider-Man, that's what Spider-Man's about. It's your
Agreed.
Neighborhood, yeah.
friendly
However,
neighborhood.
why are they calling it the end of... It was more just bothersome that he really came out and pushed that this is the end of phase 3. Like, he wouldn't say... Pardon?
It's marketing.
I know, but the marketing didn't make sense. Like, even calling it the end of phase 3 made no... Like, it made enough not sense that I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go see it. Like, not that far, but it bugged me a lot is what I'm saying, and it still does.
No, I understand. Yeah, I get it.
Wasn't it just Endgame, and then, okay, here's Far From Home, and we're done?
Yeah, like
that's weird.
He didn't even say that it was part of phase 3. I'm pretty sure until after it came out. Like, oh yeah, this is the end of phase 3, by the way. Did you know this is the end of phase 3? By the way, Spider-Man Far From Home is the end of phase 3. Like, dude, just start phase 4, man. What are you afraid of? But, or maybe he didn't. Well, why would he end it with a Sony? Unless he owed them that in a contract.
Or they're like, hey, we got this movie, you got to get it out before your next phase. Just do it.
Yeah.
Could have been that.
Well, they kind of set up the Nick Fury reveal being in space, so that made sense.
Yes.
Although they didn't really do anything with it in phase 4, which kind of bothered me.
It was set up for one line.
Yeah. I mean, you did get at the end of
It was.
Hawkeye, right? Where they talked about Skrulls.
Yeah, but okay, we've got... Well, actually, okay, if you want to talk about another connecting tie through all this, is also the Skrulls that are going around helping collect people as well. So Fury's also been collecting people with picking up Monica Rambeau, Photon... No. Her mom's Photon. She's Spectre. And then the whole Skrulls being with Spider-Man and Far From Home. Like, the Skrulls are connecting one side of stuff with this, I'm guessing, Tip. It seems like Wong's Doctor Strange and Kamala Tosh as a whole, like, Sorcery is doing the other half, which is really good because they can hide, again, Secret Warriors while Nick Fury is fighting the main battle with the Skrulls, with whatever Avengers are left at that point. I guess that makes actually kind of a lot of sense. I might be just theorizing out loud, though.
No, those are good points. And I'm looking forward to, Secret Wars, Secret Invasion. I hope the Russos come to do Secret Wars. But we'll see. I'm a bit worried about the Shang-Chi director directing Kang Dynasty, but again, we'll see what happens.
Secret
It's
Wars.
the visual film of visual look of Shang-Chi that really didn't do it for me. Just like it's the last act. I mean, how do you go to a village with a bunch of martial artists and warriors, and their costumes are all friggin' clean? You know?
Agreed.
How do you get the cinematographer of The Matrix and make it look like another Marvel movie? Like, I'll say this every friggin' week. I don't care.
And I agree. I agree with you. You know something I'm not looking forward to? D23. It's overload. Just give us more than a month and a half before, because all those open spaces for Phase 6 were saved for Disney.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get
Deadpool 3.
Yeah, we're gonna get 8 more titles, which will probably be a mutant property. I'm not theorizing on what fucking mutant property, but whether it's a single
You really
mutant.
think they're gonna name all 8?
Yeah, but I mean, I think we're gonna. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna get. There's
They're
10.
gonna trickle them in.
There's 10 spots on that chart left open on Phase 6, and I think we're gonna get 6 to 8 of them.
I would say half, and then as it comes along, a little more.
You think the
They're
mouse?
gonna at least leave 2 out of that 8 for a surprise.
You
The
don't.
thing is, they've done this before, where it's like, if they announce that movie, then it's going to dictate with the other movies. So anything that's going to be a spoiler,
Yeah,
they're not going to announce those movies.
Yeah.
And it's funny, they did not announce Armor Wars.
Yeah.
At,
Which
San
we already
Diego Comic-Con,
know.
So they will be doing
Armor
that
Wars is a
in
thing. Like, we know Armor Wars is a thing, and they didn't mention it also.
So that's what I mean. Like I think we're gonna get a bunch of reveals because the mouse obviously wants them to save some of the better reveals or more explanatory reveals for their conference instead of SDCC, where that was almost like, what was that? That was announced only like the week or 2 weeks before SDCC that they were even going to be there in Hall H.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's like Kevin Feige came in and just like, all right, DC, this is how you do it. Here's the next 2 phases. And then DC's like, what should I delete? What should I get rid of?
it's so true. And that's what I said, like, we haven't even really covered what DC did. Like, we did the trailers.
That's okay. Go listen to the small screen podcast. We've covered it like you wouldn't believe. Yeah.
Sorry, what was that podcast again?
The Small Screen Podcast.
Great. Where can we watch that?
You go anchor.fm/the Small Screen Podcast. Thank you very much.
Nice. Okay. I can check it out.
You can also follow them here on Twitch as well as subscribe to them on YouTube. They have a Facebook page that drops new articles fiendishly, like angrily now. No, there's just been a big
Edward's
progression.
Writing machine.
Yeah.
Edward and I have been revamping.
They've been feverish lately. They're excited, and I think with Friday night not tiring Edward out, they seem to have more time for him to write.
Yeah, except it takes me 6 hours to put together the podcast on Fridays now. So I don't really get much time. But, yeah.
At least Edward gets to go to bed earlier.
Yeah, he's doing well. We're almost at 5,000 subs on YouTube, and last month we were at 4,000. So that's a good sign.
Bongo Time for Wester.
That is amazing. Congratulations. You guys deserve it. You put out great content. That's why we love having you on. You're the you legitimize some of what we talk about here.
I'm just a guy that talks. Yeah, see, that's Rusty. I want the same thing too. Like, that's why I was thinking like Phase 4 could have been earthly issues. Like, if you had Doctor Doom, that's an Earth villain, and they could have just like shelved him after that at Phase 4, and that would have been a really interesting way to combine all of the Disney Plus shows. Unfortunately, they just decided to make them all.
Thanks for being here, Bees. Have a good night. Sorry.
Thanks, Bees Knees. We appreciate you hanging out all night, and we'll hopefully see you at our next stream. If not, we'll see you in Sabrina's stream.
Or your stream. See you, Bees.
Or your stream, yes. Follow Bees Knees as well. We're horrible at the marketing side.
I do think that the Cosmic and the Earth are going to mix together, especially with Secret Invasion being a TV series, and then Secret Wars will be live action.
Though, if you are out on the internet or have been to the movie theater, you know a little bit more about some cosmic stuff that has been released in the newest film. We are attempting not to spoil that until digital drops. That's kind of our rule on this channel. But for the deeper fans that have kept up on it all, yeah, it really does seem like the cosmic it's and that's the thing. Like, we seem to have three, like, there's multiple threads. Marvel did a lot this year, and I know you say I write part of the scripts for them, but I like what they laid down. It's supposed to be chaotic and not make sense. It's supposed to be all weird because we're going to be fighting on a multiversal level, a cosmic level. Things are going to get really big and out there. So, much like I say in Phase 1 and 2, Marvel trained the general public to enjoy comic book stories by telling them comic book characters in movies first. Right? Like, they wrote movies for comic book characters in Iron Man and Iron Man 2. And then, as they grew, they started to do real comic book stories. And I think now they're going from that format to go, all right, well, we got to train these fuckers for the next level because they want to go big. They want the Tribunal. They want... I think we're going to see real death at some point.
They really didn't need to do that in Phase 4, though, because they already did that with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We got Eon the Living Planet, and then we got to see the Godhead that was floating, and then that was a mining base or something.
Yeah, so we got to see Ego, we got to see Nowhere, but that's two dead Celestials. Now we've seen a Celestial that's shown up at Earth.
Yeah, I know, and then no one's really addressed it either.
Yeah, it's never talked about it.
So apparently, again, this is way rumor, not leak. They get leaks, they get scoops. I'm rumoring and theorists. But apparently Eternals 2 may be announced at D23.
Yeah, I could see that.
And, I mean, maybe a part 2. I'm not saying it saves it, but after watching everything past it that went more cosmic, like Multiverse of Madness even, and Thor, I think going back on a rewatch of Eternals 2, which I've wanted to do since seeing Thor, I think it'll feel a little better.
You want to watch Eternals again?
I do.
No, don't do it.
I absolutely do.
Yeah, don't do it.
Why would you do that?
Hey, I watched Snyder Cut and Whedon Cut. I think I can rewatch Eternals.
If you're talking about watching just the post, then okay. The post, all right.
No, the post credit. I've seen the post credit many times. Yes, because they're talking about a part of the Marvel universe that Thor touches on, and we're gonna see more and more of. And I think there's more world building in there than we got.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Maybe we'll see more of it. I really don't think that they're gonna do an Eternals 2.
I agree, Rusty. I do agree that it's bad, but I think Rusty said Eternals was the ultimate committee movie.
I totally agree.
Yeah, it
but
looks good. That was like most of it looked good, like an actual real film, which I enjoyed. But the problem is, you got to think about the price tags for all these actors and the amount of box office money they returned for the first one. Unless they really, really do a good job on Eternals 2. They have faith in it. I mean, like, they kind of look at these properties as an investment.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
Feige's not altruistic.
I don't know. I would say 50-50 Eternals 2 would be coming back.
And
5.
And I see if they did a part 2 really well with that big galactic cosmic storyline that they kind of set up at the end with that little puck-looking dude and Thanos' brother and shit. If they really dove into where they brought that, I mean, then it just seems like they had an origin movie that they let someone get too artistic with. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if they follow their own storyline, I think they could actually make the first one not seem as bad.
I like what can we have a Gabe Brown one in Eternals? And the funny thing is, the character I think he's referring to is my favorite by far, but I totally know what he's saying.
Yeah,
the Bollywood
it was a very.
That reminds me of Swingers, when they're playing NHL '94, and then the delivery guy comes to the door and he's like, "Is he clean, Mikey? Is he clean? Is he brown? Is he clean?" That always gets me.
Oh.
Eternals sucked.
See, but like that's the same thing I was talking about, even with like, well, it's Gotham, it's just DC again, but like it's the same thing with Gotham, right? With them making Penguin into into Riddler.
Immortal.
Right? And it's just like weird. It's like why are you tainting the, you know what I mean? Just make something pure first, and then
Beast was an awesome
work
Riddler.
through that. Work through it, huh?
Beast was an awesome Riddler. Hank McCoy, brilliant Riddler.
Yeah, no, like, don't get me wrong. Like,
for some reason, I really liked his Riddler.
Don't get me wrong. Like, no, the Riddler. Even though I like the character,
I actually don't have much bad to say about Gotham.
I just don't like the fact like of how they portray. You know what I mean? How they portrayed it, and you know what I mean. Like
they had Dane Whitman in it. That was the super.
So that was like, you know what I mean. But like I said, but yes, definitely. Like I said, for sure, I liked it. I just didn't like the way that they took certain things because then it takes away from it. You know what I mean? Because people are like, oh, it's like the same thing. Umbrella Academy. No spoilers, but certain the latest season.
No, whoa.
The latest. Okay, I'm not gonna say
I
anything.
need to watch the new season.
I won't say anything. I just feel like so when you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see certain things just like are emphasized that take away from it, and it's like, you know what I mean.
Real
That's
life
the thing.
made its way into this.
Yeah,
show.
exactly, right. And it's just come on, man. Like,
And
we're here for the story. We're not here for the real life, whatever. Like, you know, that's the whole point.
And then in The Boys, when anyone with disabilities, I've been watching season 2 where the blind guy and Homelander goes, "Hey, what happens if I do this?" And he just falls down crying, bleeding from his ears.
That was
that
hilarious.
is so awful. Now he's a useless blind deaf guy.
But James, you're right with the Sebastian Stan thing. And now I want to see, because like the lead Superman character in Eternals looks like Sebastian Stan.
Oh yeah.
But now I want to see Teddy from Westworld come in too. Like, let's give him powers and throw him in the MCU as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's just keep carbon copying Sebastian Stan.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I agree.
I wouldn't be.
You know what else Marvel needs to do is have Sebastian Stan talk to his penis for 4 minutes with puppeteers. Some of the greatest cinema I've ever seen.
Yeah, and then Jon Snow's in it too, like the big Game of Thrones star.
Oh yeah.
Just cause he needs to be a Marvel now too.
Kid.
I watched the first 10 minutes of Umbrella Academy, the first episode of the new season. I'm like, oh wow, the production quality has really gone down. And okay, I'll watch this later.
Yeah, a lot of it's same scene stuff.
Yeah.
If you could tell, it's this was filmed in the same place.
I thought the dance scene, like I saw that dance scene, and I thought that was cool. But and I know it's like living in Hamilton for so long. I was like, I love watching these kind of shows like Titans and the Umbrella Academy. So I'm like, oh yeah, I used to work there.
Yeah,
that's the old hotel we shot a film in.
That's Toronto. I'm like, that's Toronto.
Yeah,
that's Toronto. That's the place.
like,
yeah.
It's like the first episode of Titans. They show a bus coming down the street, and I'm like, oh, that's Burlington Street. Oh, that's an HSR bus. And then underneath it goes Chicago. I'm like, that's not fucking Chicago. You guys can't even be bothered to take off the HSR on the bus.
Right? Yeah. Certain things.
Other way too noticeable ones is $1 Million Baby and Suicide Squad. Like, just, wow, that is clearly Toronto. Not Chicago or wherever it's supposed to be.
I told you, Rusty. I told you.
Yeah, Drew's seen
I
it.
told you. It was a bad thing. Very, very bad investment.
I won't watch
it. Resident Evil is bad.
When your good friend tells you a show is so bad it's not really watchable, I'm like,
rough.
oh, okay, I'm not gonna watch that.
It's rough. Like I like the Resident Evil property. Like I like it. I like the games. I like, you know, even their movies. Like their except this show. Like their movies were like the latest one, Raccoon City wasn't too bad.
Oh, no, it was bad. I watched.
Like
Raccoon
it wasn't
City.
too bad. It could have been a lot worse.
It looked like a low budget.
It could have been a lot worse.
It was pretty bad.
Could have been a lot worse. But yes, like the show was just yeah.
Yeah, Mom and I were talking about doing Resident Evil, a video for small screen, and we're like, should we watch a couple episodes? No, we don't want to do that. We already did that for Inhumans. That's enough. So
yeah, I think you can skip this one.
Yeah, that
James.
one. Yeah, that one. It's okay.
And I don't care how bad some of them were. I think Miley did it right. I think the original run of 37 films. That was like 9 movies they did by the end of it.
But the Paul W.S. Anderson ones.
Is that who did them all?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
His wife, Mila Jovovich.
So crazy.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
It's so crazy.
Isn't the CEO's
How do you make something
name...
so generic that you just throw in Umbrella Academy?
Isn't
and
CEO Wesser from Resident Evil?
Sorry?
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Just like one of our viewers.
Bongo Time Westler.
Didn't they? Is
Or is
he
it
not
Westler?
white? Not white in this one.
No.
They changed him. Even though he's known for being like the white.
He's literally like he's like white, like pale.
Evil white.
Like he's pale white, like white
Yeah.
and blonde.
That's what
Slick
he's
back
known for.
blonde
Like
hair,
he
like-
represents
Oh yeah.
the industrialization
Like
of the world
area-
and
like-
just like the
Oh, yeah.
whole
Oh yeah. Like so it's the guy who plays the hotel
young close
the hotel concierge in John Wick. Yeah, I always forget his name.
Schmoopy.
But yes, so
John
like
Wick?
I don't know, like it's just horrible. Like I said, it's so bad
New
that like
bone.
it's like they made a zombie apocalypse show and then just
Lance
like I said,
Reddick.
and they just Lance Reddick, yeah.
That's Western.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what I
God.
said. And no, so honestly,
I love Lance Reddick.
He's literally the best thing of the show, because like he's
Because
who
he's
he
Lance
is.
Reddick.
But like it's literally like it's so bad. Like it's like they made a generic zombie thing, and they're like, what are we gonna do? You know what? Let's incorporate Resident Evil with this. Yeah. And they just took the name and they put Umbrella Corporation and they just threw it in there, and that's the only thing that makes it Resident Evil, which is ridiculous. Like. And they had so much material, so it's like, how do you mess that up?
I know, yeah.
Like, you know, it's weird. I don't know, but it's very, very, very.
Resident Evil peaked with Resident Evil 4. That's why they keep remaking it and re-releasing it.
I don't know. I like the rooftop plane scene. Like that's the thing, just like.
No, I'm talking the game.
Oh yeah, sorry. I actually didn't play any of the games.
Oh yeah, Four's
Oh my God,
hands down. Four's the best game. Like,
I've played
like
RE4
Four's the best game.
GameCube, PS.
Like they're actually about to remake 4.
Yeah.
Like they're about to do another
I know,
reboot for
like,
4,
they gotta
and that's
stop
like the most
remaking it, because
anticipated. Definitely. For
I own
sure.
it on every friggin' platform, dude.
Yeah,
they
they're
stop remaking it.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely. Yeah, that's very, very like that's anticipated highly, because it's literally like the best Resident Evil game that's been out. So, but yeah,
and I can't wait to see Prey, Rusty.
Oh,
Prey?
It's gonna be great.
I'm
We did a
looking
video on
forward
that small
to
screen.
Prey as
Can't
well.
wait for it.
well, it comes out on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Disney Plus.
On Disney Plus?
Yeah, Disney Plus.
Oh,
It's
I'm
gonna be on Disney
totally
Plus.
gonna watch that Friday.
Lightyear came out today,
Yeah.
which if you're not, you know, that's Buzz Lightyear's basically.
I don't give a shit. It
Yeah,
looks
so
so
that,
stupid.
But that came out today, and then that Friday, Prey comes out right on.
I think I've heard
Disney
of it, but I
Plus.
forget what it is now.
What,
I've been
Prey?
gone I've been gone a while. What
Prey?
is it? Yeah.
It's basically it explains the story of basically the Predator when they came to Earth.
Oh, okay. It's a
But
Predator
like
movie.
it's in like
But,
Aztec time.
Like yeah, but like through like the
Or
native,
jungle
through, like
time.
a native perspective of like them being.
I still want to see Nope.
Nope is
I should.
interesting. It's interesting.
Dude,
You saw it, right?
Nope
Yeah, oh, yeah.
had the best trailer when it first came out, and then I saw the second trailer. I'm like, no, I'm not as interested anymore.
It's honestly.
Before I go, I'm gonna take off. But before I go, there is we now have a rumor or a scoop from Geekosity from Sil that they're going to cancel Sasha Cal's Superman movie or Supergirl movie. Sorry, that one's up next on the chopping block. Yeah,
Is
they just dropped that.
is that the actress from WB? Or is this
No,
going to be a whole new
that's-
property?
That's not Melissa Benoist. It's the new one that they cast Sasha Cal, and they announced that she was going to be Supergirl on this part of the J.J. Abrams deal.
Oh, okay. So they're cleaning house.
Yeah.
They're cleaning house, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, again, this is unconfirmed. But Sil did. If it's the same source Sil had that had the the Affleck coming back to Aquaman 2, then it's solid. But
That's not a good suit. All right. Well, DC seems to be dropping properties faster than Ezra Miller is kidnapping children.
yeah, right. And no one knows where the hell he is, or they found him and then they got him into the bunker.
That's another
Make sure he
whole
doesn't
thing.
do any Instagram friggin' videos anymore.
Oh wait, didn't we have? I
Yeah.
thought it was on key. Oh, that's why yours is open. Sorry.
Okay, so next time what we gotta do is I gotta call in on a Facebook call, and then you gotta point the phone at the camera so I can wave to the audience. I can be like a virtual.
That works. That works.
I love it. I think that would be a great idea. We'll definitely FaceTime next time. And a Bongo Time for joining James. Thanks for joining us. And
thank you.
Thanks, James.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's
for
always a
having me on
pleasure to have you
again.
around.
Always a great time, man.
Always appreciate it when you guys humor me. And Drew, thanks for having me on Facebook. It's good to actually get to know you a little bit instead of them like, I never know because they never introduce him. So now I know who you are. So it's good.
Of course.
Let me get rid of these 48 Bongo Time points I have. Just want to tell me what the dab challenge is?
So after we reach the goal of
grand.
69,420, I am going to do 1 gram dab. Zach and Ryan are each going to do a half gram, all at the same time. So we'll go through 2 grams of shatter in 1 minute.
Oh.
Into a confined space.
And then we're all going to exhale that into a confined space that Drew is in. So we're going to second-hand hotbox Drew.
Make sure you got a roaming camera or something for that.
We do have a second cam. I mean, I have no idea what it's pointed at right now, but I want to turn it on. It is pointed at the floor.
Okay. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks, Snoopy, Rusty, DD. Good talking to all of you.
Everybody follow Small Screen on all platforms.
Of course.
Can I see my ankles?
Oh, yeah. Let's ride you out with... Oh, wait. No, it's more ankles now.
He was always a little crazy, right up until the end.
Come on, Stoner.
All day in the forest.
Bye, buddy. Have a great night.
Friends, until one day his mental health, it took a real downfall. He said, I hate all of my friends, and I want to kill you all. Christopher Robin.
I don't know if you see James.
He wants to kill Winnie the Pooh. Christopher Robin. Christopher Pooh. He wants to kill Winnie the Pooh.
All right, and we're back. Huge shout out to James for hanging out with us for a while. We really appreciate that.
Where'd he go? He was just here.
He was scared off by the cutting of banana. No, totally joking.
True. I was scraping.
Tarantino would be. Yeah, I didn't even get that. I didn't quite get the joke the last time. Someone's like, "Is this show produced by Tarantino or something?" And I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot of feet.
Always good to have you, James.
Oh man, I still like. I still think of it like being able to chat with the guy that one time we went on their show. Where
Drew, you're missing the finger.
the one time James, the time you and I were both on his show.
Yep.
So many more viewers at one time. Where we stayed silent and hit our bongs.
So back to Westworld. Drew's high.
Oh, that's amazing. I forget what the other things were. Oh, right, there was new trailers, but I closed that window a long time ago.
New trailers for what?
Marvel dropped a couple more little peeks. They're just extensions on She-Hulk. There's nothing actually new provided. They dropped like today.
A couple of them, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just more clips, and it looks like we've seen most of this clip already, so.
Thanks, James.
Well, thank you very much, sir. You, for some reason, had me add The Boys to the end of our title for today, so I felt like you might have had something to bring up.
Yeah. Oh, I've just been binge watching in the background the first 2 seasons. Like in one day, because it's not that much overall.
All right. Favorite part of first season and second season?
Oh, you forget how shocking the show was, but at the same time, man, by episode 2, they kind of have everything set up that we're still used to. In terms of the whole team's assembled, Huey's starting to date Starlight, and,
Rusty?
Oh, he hung up.
And,
I'll answer. I'm guessing a butt dial.
Sorry, now I lost my train of thought on that. Oh, they handled so much more of the corporate side of VOT in the earlier seasons. It was way much more marketing. And I forgot, too, that what's her name? Ashley. Wow, what a character artist. She was the same as Starlight when she started. She was naive and hopeful and thought it was all great.
Is he trolling me now?
Yeah.
Just keep butt dialing me.
But yeah.
But she became the evil girl we know now. I'm like, she wasn't like this, man. Like, you felt bad for her. You felt she was just trying to do a good job, and she was naive.
I think that's why
Edgar treated her like crap. And
yes, trolling you. Good night. But I think that's why you have that scene with Homelander at the end to kind of like encapsulate all of their arcs. Like when he's like, take that fucking wig off.
Yeah.
And like I think that's the point, is to go back to what you're looking at now and be like, this is the fullness of what this has done to her. Do you know what I mean? Like, watch her arc. That moment. That moment is just, like, now that you've rewatched it, because I watched this all right before I watched season 3, 4. What are we on? 3, right? Yeah. I watched, like, I did a binge right before we did it, and like I paid much more attention to her because the first episode was kind of heavily about her. So yeah, she's got a wicked arc. Like,
yeah,
they wreck that woman.
But it seems almost the opposite of what happened with Starlight, where they both get shit on, but Starlight stands up for herself and tries to do what's right, whereas Ashley's like, damn it, I'll play the game more.
I don't have them loaded. Oh, do I? Starlight, is it under the boys one?
Oh, yeah.
If we're going to be talking about the boys, I just want to be able to grab some comparative images. Oh, no, it's not here.
It's under the folder right under it.
What? Oh, that's smart.
Up there you go.
This one?
No, Dong of the Boys.
Oh. That's named weird. That's not the one I was talking about. Where the comic book panel I had.
Oh, you didn't have that in here. You did like you showed me that.
Oh, right. It was in one of my slideshows. Never mind.
That's a pretty crazy one.
But there is the Starlight Dong in there.
Yes. You're talking about Starlight's arc, so I'm like, I totally have to bring up Starlight's arc. Because that first episode for her and how the comic book kicks off is very, very dark.
Kind of.
The comic book is way darker.
I wish I had that image up for that. I'm sure it's on
It's
this
kind of
computer.
sort of dark. I wouldn't recommend children looking at it.
I'm glad we don't have it.
Or even like preteens. Or even teenagers for that matter. But like,
I can't.
I feel.
How is this not? How does this pass TOS all the time? Probably shouldn't have it up and say TOS.
Wow.
I wonder if that's how people get flagged.
TOS.
Oh my god.
See how smart the AI is.
So yeah, what was your favorite scene in season 1?
Again, oh man.
Before you just say that, yes, it's all repetitive and season 3 sucked and you all fucking mad about it. What was your favorite scene in season 1?
100% Pop Claw cheating on A-Train with her landlord.
Oh my god, yes.
And crushing his head while she's straddling his face.
And all I can hear is kids in the hall. I'm crushing your head.
Crushed your head.
Crushing your head. Oh, I want to put that voice over that clip now.
Man. I crushed your head. That was my favorite.
And what was season 2?
Oh, when he hallucinates. Well, he imagines lasering the crowd, and you think it's real at first.
Yeah.
And you just see him cut apart a crowd of civilians. Homelander.
Which when that actually happens in real life?
And I thought that was going to happen in season 3. That's why I'm pissed.
Oh, but he kills the one dude.
Yeah, after waiting a whole season after seeing him kill a crowd.
You watch so many people die all season, like superheroes getting destroyed, regular humans, people's heads getting popped. It's like, oh, they didn't kill enough for me publicly.
And admittedly, I'm saying that's a design flaw of the show because, yes, they did all this great stuff, but they made you think this great thing was coming. So I was so distracted waiting for that I missed all the scenery along the way.
I mean, pick your metaphor, slow down, smell the roses, just enjoy this shit. Like,
but I feel they actively misled or soon.
Welcome to every time I say Kevin Feige is trolling me. This is how I feel about every time I say
but you had it coming, you fans. Like, what did I do?
What haven't you done?
What do you mean we had it coming? What does that mean? What did we do?
Marvel fans are known for being rabid and like trying to theorize everything and guess and spoil stuff. And I just want to watch a good show.
Whoa! You throwing me? Are you looping me into this?
As he covers the Marvel symbol on his chest.
I feel like. I feel like I'm in this for some reason.
I feel attacked.
Right? I feel attacked.
I thought he was one of us. I guess not.
Hashtag attack.
He's so much better because he's a ravenous, angry, theorizing boys fan.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, he is. He's mad because he theorized what was going to happen by the end. He didn't get what he wanted, and now he's angry. So, I mean, is that not how you just described Marvel fans?
Season 2, they introduced Stormfront, have a great story, then she's gone. Season 3 introduced Soldier Boy, have a great story, then he's gone. And they're still got the same dynamics. They're still... It just feels like they're not really going anywhere. There's just... Things happen, and then they go back
this
to
is the
same.
problem. The problem is they're going somewhere extreme. They're just preparing us for that.
I hope
extreme.
so. I hope
That's
so.
what I. Well, you have to go with the Big
They have
Bang.
to, yeah.
They can't not go with the Big Bang at this point.
Oh, I was thinking, though, what if Homelander becomes the ultimate good guy?
That would be hilarious.
Like, he starts to realize, oh, shit, no, I need to be a good person.
No, legitimately we get fucking Injustice just with Superman and Superboy.
I hope so, but because this show always does what you don't expect, it'd be like, oh man, what if his son shows him the way to be good, or convinces him to have a soul, or something?
It could happen.
Right?
I don't think it could.
It could. It could.
It's just in the possibilities of strange things this show does.
I don't know why I like this thing so much.
And then, like, Huey and Butcher have become so maniacal that Homelander has to stop them. They're like, oh, we got to kill all Soups. You know, Butcher's kind of like that, especially in the early seasons.
I mean, he pretty much tells the Soup that he wants to kill all Soups, and then she fucks him.
Yeah.
Oh, but he took
him and Maeve did it more than once.
He bashed Haley
Did
Joel
twice.
Osment's head into the sink just for basically being a Soup.
What?
In season 2.
Look at Gunpowder.
Yeah, Gunpowder.
He fucked up Gunpowder. Like, laser.
And Gunpowder's car. Like, what'd that car ever do?
Just fucking cut the entire thing. Just.
And he enjoyed it so much.
Well, you gotta think
So what
about
if
it.
he keeps getting evil that way and thinks, hey, I'm like Homelander, I can do what the fuck I want. And then Homelander becomes the good guy that has to stop him.
Nah, I feel like he would.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Huey, yeah.
I absolutely think...
Accidentally or on purpose, who knows?
I don't think we'll be able to tell properly.
Maybe.
No.
But like he has to sacrifice him to take out
No,
Homelander
I
at the
feel
same time.
opposite. I feel opposite. I feel Huey's gonna kill Butcher.
No, I think there's going to be a moment where
You're gonna have to
Huey's
have
the
no
human shield because Homelander is weakened, and Butcher's just going to go right through him.
Welcome, Morgo. And man, it's
Oh,
awesome. Morgo watched the show,
Hey.
and now he's like chiming in with his opinions and ideas.
Okay, so
That's awesome.
Noir might have one of my favorite storylines all season. The whole fucking
Oh yeah,
the cartoon
yeah.
stuff was just so well done, so good. I loved every moment of it.
I don't like the way they took him out, man. It seems so blah. Well, he's not. Well, I don't think he's dead. I feel like it's one of those
He
situations
is
where
dead.
He pulled out his innards.
no. Okay, are we
He
forgetting?
played with him a
Are
bit.
we forgetting what Noir's been through? Have you go back through the first season all the way to now? Look at all the damage that has been done to
someone
Noir.
like Wolverine would heal from
That's
that.
what I'm saying, right? Like I feel like Noir is similar in that sense. I feel like they seem like he's dead, but I feel like he's not.
So
dead.
that's a good point, actually, probably that there's a good possibility that if Huey and Butcher take real V, that when they're done their crusade, that
They take themselves. He
Yeah.
takes out all Soups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, right? No one should have power.
meaning they're gonna have to kill Starlight.
So if they kill Starlight, Huey's gonna be toe to toe with
Butcher.
Like that's probably most likely gonna be a thing.
Or Homelander kills Starlight and makes it look like Butcher did it.
Well, if you look at it like this, if you look at it from how the comic is.
Oh, don't spoil it.
You haven't read the comic?
No, I don't want to
Okay,
know
then
either.
I'm not gonna say it.
Thank
But
you.
like I said, based off of the comic, it kind of goes into a similar sense, right? Like kill all Soups, whatever,
Yeah.
right? So like, if it does go along those lines, then it's a very high possibility it could be any of those.
Yeah.
Any of those mixed matches, to be honest, because. I don't know, man. That's kind of one way to go out with Big Bang, right?
And you know what? If Butcher and Homelander would have really went toe to toe, and Butcher would have won on Temp V versus
I would've been
Homelander
pissed.
being. So I think this season's going to be
Yeah.
Butcher contemplating taking Real V.
I feel Butcher's still too tough to even be able to stand up against Homelander from Temp V. Like Homelander's supposed to be.
Yeah, think about it. If he
like
had
top
yeah,
tier.
so if he,
But that's
if
why
he
they have
took-
matching powers, because that's what he's supposed to get. Is he's supposed to also be Superman?
So Butcher's like, yeah, that's why he has the strength. He has the only thing he didn't have is like he couldn't. I don't think he could fly.
I thought it was just.
But he might get that boost, like getting the Truvy. That might give him that boost where it's like, yeah, now we're on the exact playing field, and now it's just like straight up, who's stronger? Like, you know what I mean? Like hit for hit, blow for blow.
I'm just narrating with image while you're talking.
But yeah, no. So yeah, like I feel like definitely something along those lines. When it comes to like Frenchie and the Beast, well, that's what they call her. You call her the Beast, right? Pretty sure. Oh, I think that's in the comic.
Mimiko.
But yeah, they whatever. Mimiko, even like Mother's Milk, right? Because like them too. Like at some point, like it's gonna be like I don't know. I feel like they're gonna also be a factor in that too, right? Because yeah, like I said, Butcher can take it. Okay, we gotta take it too far. You say you're taking it too far, and then maybe he starts lashing out at them, right? And starts, okay, well, now you guys are not against me, so now I gotta take you out too. And it's like, you know what I mean? So now it's like, and if, of course, even that alone, well, if Huey sees that, they're friends, right? Because of the family, that could be enough for him to set him off, say, hey, like, you know what I mean? So that could be a whole thing too, where it comes down to like, it's just all of them, and they just all fight it out. You know what I mean? Like, they all fight it out, and then they all die, and it's kind of like, you see who's left standing at the end, and might be a thing where they take each other out at the last second. And
can we name all the members of the Seven right now? I feel like I'm
of the
Who's
Seven,
alive?
okay. Or
Like-
the original Seven, like which one?
Yeah, like
So
when we
the
start
Deep-
the show,
So the Deep, Homelander, Noir, Maeve, and
Transparent.
Translucent, and
two more.
Yo, there is two more. wait. Oh, those were like the ones that
Wait,
just
has there ever
immediately
actually
killed off.
been a full 7 at the table?
They've always kind of talked about filling in the Seven. We need like that's why.
Yeah,
they're
there's
bringing-
always missing members.
Okay, so it started off with Translucent.
But it was to replace
Noir,
Translucent.
Noir, Homelander, Maeve,
No, because
Deep.
and Deep. And
No,
that's the those are the-
A-Train.
A-Train. Sorry, A-Train. And then the seventh member.
she's the new member.
Yeah,
to
so
come
Starlight
in.
is one that so Starlight
No,
comes in.
not to replace any. They
No,
to
she
replace an
comes
empty
in.
chair.
Yeah, so she
Because
comes
they're
in.
looking for
Okay.
Translucent while she's there.
Yeah, so she's the seventh. Then Translucent goes, and then they bring in. Then Deep goes on the weird. The thing to rehabilitation, whatever, and then they bring in.
Oh, what's the drink? Fanta.
Yeah.
Would you like a
Fresca.
No, Fresca. Fresca.
I love Fresca.
Brainwashing.
I'm serious. Like Fresca and
Brainwashing
vodka
with
is so
Fresca?
good.
Fresca's, it's alright.
Fresca and vodka is so good. You can just chug it.
You know what's really good?
Sounds dangerous.
We better eventually get a Coca-Cola sponsorship for the amount you put. The amount you drink that shit in the air. No, I'm kidding.
Or are you? Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, like I said, it has no choice but to go up.
Yeah,
you can't go down.
will
At this
be the
point. It
ending
has to
fight
be
for
a
sure.
high octane.
There's two
high
new characters
crazy.
announced for next season. Like they announced some casting. I guess they're from the comics. But again, it's like, oh, here's Stormfront, here's Soldier Boy. Hopefully they don't just make a big
copy-paste.
deal out of them, and they're dead by the end.
Well, they're probably gonna be dead by the end because I feel like.
And Homelander will have killed 2 civilians in the season finale. It'll be like double the amount of people that he killed.
he's gonna kill 3.
People.
I mean, if there's new people cast, it's probably because Homelander's going to try and refill the 7, and he's going to kill them as they go. Like, I think there'll be a bunch of... Think like Deadpool 2.
Supersonic got killed.
Well, think more like Deadpool 2, right? Where I think that's kind of the gag they've been
X-Force.
pulling so far.
X-Force,
X-Force.
yeah.
Where they kill everybody in that one scene. So I think that's kind of the gag, like with the blind guy, bang. Like, I think that's the running joke. So I think any new characters are here to die. They're all red shirts. The more famous the character, the more red shirty they'll be.
Wait. What if they throw the loop in? where those are the only characters that survive. they kill all the main ones off, and they just these guys, and we have like no idea. It's like what the.
I mean, there's some shows that have done shit like that, and that they're usually not very good.
Yeah, but
does everybody remember season 8 when they woke up to no Mulder? That went really well.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's not a good time.
Season 8's still better than season 9.
I'm watching Evil, which is a religious version of X-Files modern, with Luke Cage. And it's so good. If you like X-Files, watch Evil. I just want to plug it.
All right.
It's still airing right now, season 3. And you like From. I would recommend.
I gotta get into it. There's so much things. It's like
it's true. You can't watch
it's
everything.
so hard to keep up, man. It's so hard.
Schmoopy's making us smoke, like all the stuff to keep up with.
Dang.
I'm okay with smoking. I feel like we haven't smoked in forever. I'm surprised we're not smoking right now. I'd have a smoke.
Is Evil deep?
I'll watch Evil when you've told me that you've watched the 4th episode of season 1 of Dirk Gently.
The 4th episode.
Yeah. Oh, you're not getting me this again with watching like one episode and then waiting 3 years to watch another. Like that I'm not falling for your fucking games again.
When we finish the community challenge.
The only time we will ever mention bits on this channel is in reference to selling Drew's bong virginity once. And Cord Nip said it has to be for 2,500 bits. And when someone pays that, he says he will smoke a bong. However, we're not holding that, so don't ever pay us bits for that, because he may back out in the moment.
I don't think I'd back out.
You don't think that?
I feel like the challenge is the challenge. I feel like that's kind of how that goes. But, I don't know. We'll see.
Like TV shows, I mean, not much that we haven't talked about already.
If you like
Severance.
If you like a murder mystery type deal, there's only murders in the building.
He just said that. Other than Only Murderers. What
Other
else is
than
there new
Only
to watch?
Murders.
Wait, when did you guys talk about Only Murderers?
We didn't. He just said other than. He just didn't want to be suggested that one.
Oh. Okay.
So thanks for just suggesting the first one.
I'm sorry. No, I thought...
Rusty, you should watch Only Murders.
No, I thought
Have you seen Only Murderers in the building? I hear
thought-
it's really good. You might like it.
Sorry. I apologize. I read that wrong. I apologize.
We're just bugging you. Wow, what have I watched anything TV wise that really stands out outside of what we cover on this show? Severance is it.
Evil's my favorite show right now.
I mean, yes, that is part of the fun with him, is that he does get pretty high just sitting here.
Yep.
I'm high, guys.
Yes, you're.
After the show, I'm going to tell that to that empty pan of no.
Listen, I'm not high.
I can't think of any good TV shows off the top of my head right now.
Well, Westworld's still airing, isn't it?
Yeah, but we covered that tonight, so I figured
Solar Opera is
well
pretty
informed.
funny.
Oh, right, Solar Opera
Solar Opera's
dropped
pretty
season
funny.
3.
That's pretty funny.
They're going week by week, which...
I think episode 7 comes up tomorrow?
Since it's so short, maybe when I get back on a Wednesday, like the Wednesday after, we'll just cover all of it at once.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be episode 9, leaving us for just the final episodes to cover the week
there's
after.
2 more, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be doing The Shadows.
I've never gotten into it. I've watched a little
Never
bit.
watched it.
You know what it is, right?
What?
Comedyville vampires renting a house.
Oh, right.
together.
No, yeah, I saw that, and I mean, it's so hard to get through.
I kind of agree.
But it's
terrible.
good.
I
No,
haven't
but the
given it
problem
much
is
of a
that
chance.
it's good, but it's really hard to watch. I don't understand why I like it,
Snoopy,
but I
that's a
can't
good
watch
show.
it. What?
Terra Nova, but they canceled it, so it's annoying because it's not a full show.
Ah.
It's one of those. It gets interesting, and then they end it, and it's just like F you, like F you.
That's better than watch this show. It only takes 19 episodes to get good.
Oh, here
I
we
hate
go.
that.
Here we go. I'd rather have a full show that takes forever than have a show that they abruptly end, and it gets me very upset because I want to know how it ends.
If it's canceled, I don't want to start.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it just ruins it.
I liked the ride of Lost, whether it was finished properly or not. And there's a lot of shows that sometimes
garbage.
Why would you get mad at the like? I'd rather them not know how to end a show and just end it in a weird way than the show get boring because they don't know how to write it anymore. Like Dexter and like.
Why don't we just hand it off to someone that can end it right? It's like, oh, I'm tired of this. Okay, I don't know how to end this. Oh, well, I have a great idea, and let's hear it. Oh, okay, that seems good. I'm gonna hand it off to you. I just felt that just makes more sense than ruining a complete. Especially when he's like Lost has like how many fucking seasons?
6.
Like, you know what I mean? It has so many seasons, and then to like screw it up at
There's
the
like
end.
4.5 good seasons.
It's like
yeah. And I tell anybody to watch Lost because even the 1.5 that aren't great, they're pretty good. They're okay. They're fun. I know it doesn't end the way you wanted it to end the way I wanted. I'm like, all right, that's an ending, I guess. But I think it was a really fun ride worth watching to the end.
No, it made no sense. I hated it.
Hey,
I loved it till I hated
There's
it.
shows worth watching that just abruptly end with no ending. Just don't get another episode.
Yeah, but this, again, was just the ultimate example of a show that says, hey, we're going to promise you a cool ending that makes sense. And then
So
they
would
just-
you again suggest Game of Thrones?
No, I never do anymore. The last 2 seasons sucked.
I
It
want
was
to
such a great show.
finish it, but I've been told not to because it will ruin,
tarnish the rest.
Yeah, it will ruin it.
Actually, I watched a couple shows in the last couple of years that I really liked. Winona Earp was really good. It's it's kind of like it's
like a
it's a supernatural thing. No, Wyatt Earp is like
No, I know, but I mean, like the vibe. It's like a.
It's like supernatural in the Wild Wild West, but today. She's the descendant of Wyatt Earp, and some fun stuff happens. The Johnstons, which is a whole weird. Is it Greek? No, what's Thor? He's
Australian.
No, mythology-wise, they're
Greek gods.
Thank you, Schmoofy.
Sorry, what?
You talk about the journey of shows and you don't care about the ending, but Game of Thrones is the ultimate journey, but you won't watch it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I started saying I wouldn't watch it long before the whole bad ending. Like it was one of those shows that blew up so hard, and if in the first week everyone on the planet tells you to watch it, it gets really annoying.
Oh, I know.
And there's just something that I'm like, I won't watch it. And now it's too late.
Like,
honestly,
nah, I'm good.
Now it's too late.
It's never too late.
It's probably not.
It's definitely not.
Actually,
too
it's
late.
funny because right at this moment it might not be, given how much property is about to come out around it.
Well,
but...
yeah, because they're coming out with the Dragon.
Oh, I'm not going to watch any of these shows except the Jon Snow one.
Then I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones.
He's my favorite character.
Because I was only going to watch Game of Thrones to cover all of that crap.
Yeah.
It's new in geekdom. We can't just cover Marvel and what we like. We have to cover.
Nobody
all
cares
of
about
it.
this Game of Thrones stuff. I don't think.
I think they threw it out the window once they messed up the ending that bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to have some good viewerage. They want more Game of Thrones, but done better. So they're going to hope that these shows are done right. I think is the pitch.
What if they don't? I'll give it the pilot episode. The pilot.
No.
Yes.
Excuse me. I have no interest in watching.
I think the new ones are going to be committee movies like Eternals, where.
And I mean, if no one's gonna really watch them, then I'm really like, then the property's dead and there's no point. It's just I don't want to watch.
I gotta be honest, the dragon one, like, I like the dragons, but
everything
I don't
about
like
it
the
sounds
Tyranians.
disappointing.
So at the end of the day, it's like it seems like
there's a show called the Targaryens, right?
Yeah, but no, it's like House of Dragons.
House of Dragons.
Which is about the Targaryens. It's about them. But I hated them. So like I don't want to watch a whole show just about them. Like I hated them. Like those characters. Like I hated them. They're shitty people. They're just horrible, backstabbing, lying. Like they're just bad people. So I just hated them. I want them all to die. I want them all to die.
My goodness.
Like all of them, every single one. But anyways, okay, except the dragon.
No, I don't. I have no intention of watching Game of Thrones.
You gotta watch it.
You play at 60 refresh rate. And Rusty, have you watched Shorzy yet?
No, I haven't watched Shorzy yet.
If you seem to be a Letterkenny fan.
Yes, that's a spinoff, right?
Yep.
Even that show
again,
has
guys,
spin-offs?
I don't like a lot of I like to play this style of story. I don't like to watch it.
Which
Lord of the Rings was boring as shit. Game of Thrones, from what I've seen of it, just doesn't look exciting.
No. Honestly, I feel like the new property for Prime that's coming out, I feel like that is going to be more entertaining than an actual game of Lord of the Rings.
What's it called? Oh, the new. I don't care about that one.
I think it's gonna have like more
Rings
action.
of Power.
Like, yeah, I feel like it's gonna have more. Like I'm an action guy.
Why are you
if
so
it has-
angry?
So
These
if
are
it has,
properties you like,
so if
and you're
it
like, I
has,
don't want
they
to watch
ruin
them.
them every time.
so if it has like a good amount of action, and
every
it
time
has,
they've made a Lord of the Rings movie, they've ruined them. That's
Except
what you
the
just
Peter-
said.
The first Peter Jackson 3 are perfect. Nearly.
You know what I would like? I want them to continue Lightning Thief, man.
Lightning Thief?
They have Lightning. I'm thinking Percy Jackson. Sorry.
Well, I was just wondering.
I'm thinking Percy
I don't know
Jackson when you.
Percy
I don't know why. Because you did not say Percy Jackson, so I don't know.
No,
why I
I've
thought that.
never seen it.
But there's like their books. There's like there's Lightning Thief. There's
the movie Percy Jackson's pretty good. Percy Jackson versus
they have the Lightning Thief one. They have
it's a Harry Potter story, except his power isn't magic. He's like Greek god shit.
He's like part god. He's like part Poseidon's son here, right?
Yeah, like Poseidon came to Earth and fucked a bartender in the 90s.
So what's the point of bringing all this up?
He just said he wants to see more of it.
I just want to see because they were supposed to have this multiple books, so they only had 2 movies that came out, and then they axed that shit, which sucks because it's like okay.
Oh, they cut it short.
Yeah,
they can't.
Right? So and it was getting decent in my opinion. I like the movies. I didn't hate them, but I don't know. That's just something I would think would be cool. Rings of Power.
Yeah, Morgo. I'm not thinking I'm gonna watch it either.
Yeah,
unless people say it's really good.
Unless society says it's good to watch. It's good to watch.
I'm
then
gonna.
watch
The
it.
critics
My
are
old
gonna say it
wife
sucks.
dies. I love that. I don't know. I just don't really have. I don't really like a lot of that stuff. Sorry. I didn't like Lord of the Rings. I like The Hobbit just because it was really fun, but I mean, what?
Swoopy's not wrong though. Everything's written by an old white guy. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
That's who has the money, right? But, right?
God.
I don't know.
He wrote everything.
How does an imaginary friend have money?
He invented it, guys. Come on. He created everything. Jeez. Did you not read the same story that I read? You guys didn't read the same story? Jeez, guys. Ugh. But yeah.
Our about page says nihilism.
I don't know. As of properties I am interested in, I would have to say, obviously, 100% Marvel. 100%. There's probably going to be some...
I don't care about first year.
There's going to... What?
I just don't care.
Anyways...
I don't like the animation style.
I'm going to ignore it because...
I just didn't like the... I want ice cream too, but they just closed.
Spider-Man.
Drew didn't go at 11:30 to get his slushies like he said he would.
Zach didn't either.
Right. It's your fault.
I was too high.
And
I
was partially high, so...
Oh, no, good high.
I don't. Only on the weekends.
But that's the thing. I really like playing stuff like Magic, and I really like D&D, and I like WoW, and I like all that
D&D,
stuff.
they're coming out
But
with a movie.
I just don't like watching
Dungeons
it.
and
I find it really
Dragons.
boring. It's a lot of walking.
Dungeons and Dragons? You interested in watching that? The movie?
I really want to, yeah, just because it's the
watch
Dungeons and Dragons title, yes, but even
Chris Pine?
I
Main
just
character?
and him, he makes me laugh a lot. You have fun at Max, but no, I mean, like, it looks okay, but it's still a fantasy era set film. This one will be very quest ridden.
I like that.
And I don't know. I just
like
like when they do it in different times and different places. I've just seen a lot of it, and I kind of got tired of it a long time ago. Yeah, and I just didn't enjoy it that much.
Yeah, but people lose their shit over Lord of the Rings.
I'm staying very quiet.
Okay, Shmoop, you gotta get a little easier on the brake, man. Let the gas go a little earlier. Let the car rev down and ease into the brake, okay? Start braking a little sooner.
No, this car's got great brakes. You can wait till you're right 5 feet from the stop sign and then slam it.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And then peel out.
Don't
Every
do that.
time.
Don't do any of that. Stay alert. Stay safe. Don't do that. But yeah. You don't remember that? Those
Yeah.
commercials? Yeah, it just popped in my head for some weird reason.
You just reminded me of Maria McLeod and
Maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
But like, no, that popped in my head though. I don't know why. Well, safety, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I completely agreed. That's actually a really good summation. That's a really good way to put it.
What?
That guy gets back from war, writes a book about it to deal with it, and people take it way too far.
What?
The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's what that was?
Tolkien came out with Lord of the Rings right after during or right after World War One.
Okay, but guys, you really don't believe
thought it
in
was
this
two.
stuff?
No, World War
Am I the
One.
only one that
later.
actually believes in
No, it was
mythical
published
things?
in like
Am I the only one
1919,
that
wasn't it?
believes in that?
In
No, like
1915?
70s.
So Zach, you don't believe in any of these mythical things at all?
No.
Period.
Well, I've looked my whole life for them, so I
come
went into
on.
physics and stuff to try and find out how you would find these things. And there's nothing.
No.
We
Alright,
have
you searched the entire galaxy for these
we
things?
understand the rules that would
Well,
lead to
okay.
life, and
Oh, 1954. Sorry.
Okay,
So yeah,
but-
I guess I would.
Okay, with
All
that
right.
being said,
Do you want to know why I know this? It was Archer. Remember the season in Archer where?
No, I didn't watch
Oh
Archer.
my god! Why don't anybody watch Archer?
I don't know. I tried watching it, and it was like, this is weird.
Oh, it's so brilliant! It's one of the best. It's one of my. Okay, and obviously, Rusty, I'm guessing if you've seen, Shorzy and Letterkenny, you've seen Archer, but Archer's one of the best shows on television. One of the best cartoons ever.
Really?
I'm serious, man. Go back through it, watch it all, get into it.
I don't know.
Because that's how you get ants. No, like the show is really, really well put together, and even the weird seasons where like I'm not going to break what happens in it in case you do watch it. I'm
Maybe.
obsessed with being liked.
catching up on chat.
Yes.
I'm so high,
But-
I've lost track of what we were talking
But
about.
then I get lost because I keep reading things twice because it says replying to a comment right above that I just read. So I'm just going to give up. Again, the books are good. I really enjoy it. Like, I don't know. Fantasy, watching it just doesn't do it. And I don't know why. It always seemed really bad. Like, or maybe just reading it and playing it, I had a better imagination.
I think you're just expressing an opinion of what you do and don't like, and it's not your genre for movies for some reason.
Very true. I always just like to know why, because they're good. Like, they're not the world's worst movies. They're boring. I'm not going to try and justify them at the same time. As I was about to do, because I feel bad for attacking them so hard sometimes.
Pretty good.
But I think in that we're going to collect ourselves for a quick moment, stretch, have a quick drink of water, and here is Zach in a music video.
I drop myself insane with
last if tomorrow don't come?
Jesus. Welcome back. We stretched. We had some banana bread.
They're talking about Jurassic Park. Drew, are you a huge Jurassic Park fan?
I liked it.
Well, this kind of brings us all the way back to Westworld, in that Jurassic Park being written by the same person that wrote Westworld.
And both of them are about theme parks.
Yes. Imagine that. He went back to his source material again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Predictions.
I remember, okay, I haven't seen the new Jurassic Park.
Predictions.
But I do remember the first time I watched it. My cousin Dean went opening night. Came to have a smoke and a coffee with my mom the next day, because that's just, I grew up in a small town, that's what we did. And after Dean's done telling my mom about it, she's like, well, Barry can't go see that. Like, what, you watched so much worse with me. Like, why would you be worried about this? And I remember going to see it thinking, because of this setup for me, I'm like, this was kind of boring, because I kept expecting, like, something really, really bad. I'm like, this is just funny deaths by dinosaurs. Like, how is this not an okay movie for any age of children?
What do you think about the original Jurassic Park having better CG than some modern Marvel movies?
I would need an
example?
Yeah, I need a comparison.
Well, it still holds up when you look at them, but you can see some pretty bad CG sometimes.
I mean, Jurassic Park was a really well put together film that I enjoyed a lot.
It's also just so old, it's crazy that they were able to do such a good job and still modern movies don't. At least not all the time.
Who is DBH?
BDH?
BDH. I don't know.
Probably an actress's name or something.
I'm guessing a person that wrote a book. Oh, read a phone book.
So I'm guessing it's a hot chick.
Who? What? Why?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's one of Isn't it one of Ron Howard's daughters?
I don't remember. I have no idea. I don't know who Ron Howard's daughters are.
This is the part where we're just really stoned rambling about nothing.
Yes, exactly. Which is usually about when I go click over here and just see.
Oh, Dee Dee suggests we raid the bee's knees.
Oh, right.
Yeah. She's the chick from.
Yeah. She's in the Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, she plays the main chick in.
Oh.
Yeah, she's very good looking.
Is she?
Well, she was in the 90s.
Is she?
Oh, no, right. She's in the 90s when she was like 15.
That's Nikki Cox, isn't it?
No.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
All right. Well, I like
yeah,
Nikki
no,
Cox
it's
too.
sorry. I thought for a second I thought that was the chick from the first Jurassic Park movie.
No.
Like that's a blonde chick, an entirely different person.
Okay.
Taking it.
Yeah, right.
She probably looks like
She's a
the
solid
crypt
one.
keeper now.
Solid 2 out of 10.
I'm sure she's going to cry herself to sleep on a huge pillow of money tonight that you don't think she's attractive.
I know, right?
No,
I'm kidding. She's attractive lady.
Has she been in anything else, or is she working at a Denny's now?
I mean, I'm pretty sure she's been in like
Let's see.
4 or 17 Jurassic Park movies now.
She
loses her nephews.
Yes. Working in a restaurant. How did you know? Yeah, no, it's not the case.
She remember like her first scene is just losing her nephews, pretty much. Getting yelled at by a boss and then losing her nephews.
She directed Star Wars. The girl that was in the first Jurassic Park? That's crazy.
Wait, what? What?
Her? No, it's not this one. Wait, who?
I was just
this
being
girl
rude for
did
no
not
reason,
direct
but-
Star Wars.
No, you guys are
and
confusing
film
other people, I
director.
think, now. We need to go.
The eldest daughter.
It's just mindless
Oh, yeah,
rambling
did she
about
actually
nothing.
direct? Did she
Nobody
actually
knows
direct
anything.
Star Wars? Which Star Wars?
She's Ron Howard's daughter. Of course, she directed something.
Oh, that's true. All right. Well, Zazzy's afraid our content isn't highbrow enough, so we have to end. Normally, you're like
She directed
one
the
that,
book
like,
of Boba Fett. Shows.
Oh, episodes. Because that was that not directed by Rodriguez? Like, leaded the the first couple episodes in the overall
debut,
vision.
Yeah, she only did. Yeah, so I think she only did that.
Oh, okay.
I think that's all she's done. Oh, she's done Dads, which is that show you were thinking you were talking about. Dads, the one with
No,
the kid.
that's something else.
Okay, and then episodes of episodes of Mandalorian and Boba Fett. She's directed and
Dad is an ARG on YouTube. Dad's is something else.
Oh, yeah, no. She definitely didn't direct Dad.
no Dads. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Dads. With an
Yeah.
S.
No,
Dad is
I was
something else.
talking about a show named Dad.
We
And
really
it's
need to
an
go.
ARG
He's
on
too
YouTube.
high to. There's a different letter.
We don't have to run. I'm pretty sure they tune in for the stupidity as well.
No.
Well, I'm breaking us out. Final bowls.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys.
He's very worried.
I just know I'm not making any sense either.
I'm making all the sense.
Rare, yeah. Well, maybe not.
No, I'm making all the sense here.
I think we should do a bong and a dab if we're ending. We don't need to be coherent after this. And no, I'm probably not going to play Destiny 2 tonight. I gotta swap video cards and then bring this one to work, but I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, I gotta do that before tomorrow. I'll do it in the morning.
Oh, guys.
Sorry, just talking. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out with us. We're gonna do a bong and then I'm gonna hit a dab and then we're going to.
Somebody said that?
I will be playing tonight.
Okay. I won't be playing. Well, I technically can play, but I won't be able to play with you until I get it.
Bongo Time, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, everyone.
That's a lot of smoke.
It's always cool to talk about all this nerdy stuff with you guys. and
Yeah.
Right?
Have all these
One of the best
interesting
things of my
ideas
week.
thrown at us.
You know, one of the best things of my week. Might be quiet sometimes, but I like it. I like you guys. You guys are pretty cool. Cool shit. Nerds. Well, thank you, Didi. Thank you. So kind.
I have prided myself in
Right? My nerdism? Like
trying to be a nerd.
Yeah, he tries too hard. Larry's too cool. He skateboards, you know.
Oh wow! Why do we always go to attack Andrew? It's not like he's Buffy and worthy of attack.
Wow. He's just saying that because, you know, he forgets about Angel. And Angel's pretty good, so.
Not really.
It's actually pretty, it's up there. It's up there.
Thanks for hanging out, Didi.
Thank you guys.
It's always great having you here. Thanks for all the help with the channel. Always shouting people out and stuff. Alright, I think we are going to raid Bee's Knees, right? I'll at least start it. Oh my goodness, thank you.
Yes, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming out.
Final
Please come join us Saturday. Tell your friends, bring a friend, share it. We're going to have a live band going. You get to ask them questions as well as I do. So it's going to be a fun time.
What time?
8 o'clock Eastern Standard. And yeah, we really appreciate you guys coming out. Remember to stay tuned, stay lifted. And this is Bee's Knees, and I have no idea what's going on Bee's Knees' channel.
Finger guns out.
Let's go check it out.
Finger guns out, guys. Alright, I'm start doing that.
YouTube, if anyone's still watching, thank you very much for hanging out with us, and we appreciate you spending time.